Johnny Dollar.
This is Mary, the operator at Worldwide Mutual Insurance Company, Mr. Dollar.
Yes, Mary.
I had a call for you, but now he seems to have picked up his other phone.
Oh, Les Walters, no doubt.
Oh, excuse me. Worldwide Mutual, Good morning. Yes, he is. I'll ring
Mary?
for you. I'm sorry, not you, Mr. Dollar. That was another call that came in, and I'd left your line open.
Oh, okay. Look, if Les Walters wants to call me back a little later...
Oh, here you are. I can ring now.
Oh, hello?
Hey, you're a bum.
I beg your pardon.
I said you're... wait a minute. Who is that?
Are you Johnny Dollar?
That's right.
Good. Dollar, this is Jonathan Harmon of Worldwide Mutual.
Mr. Harmon?
That's right. You sound surprised.
Yes, I am, Mr. Harmon. I was expecting a call from Les Walters there in your office.
Oh, I see. And that explains your reference to a big bum, did you say? I thought you two were the best pals.
Oh, we are, sir. But he was supposed to call me early this morning about going down to New York tonight to see a hockey game at the Garden to celebrate my birthday, belatedly.
Oh, I see.
If, that is, he could get away from his wife for the evening.
Well, I hope everything's all right there, don't you?
What's that, sir?
I mean about Walters and his wife. And she's such a charming little lady, too, isn't she?
Yes, indeed, very.
But he's not here, and what I called you about is...
Oh, I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No, I guess I interrupted you, Dollar, but what I called you about is this, and I think perhaps you'd better get out there right away.
Yes, sir.
About an hour ago, shortly after noon, a client of ours, Mr. William Willoughby, insured for some $70,000, was found dead in his apartment over at 19525 East Maple.
Oh? What was the cause of death, Mr. Harmon?
As the very unfunny police officer put it when he called, it was a case of lead poisoning.
There's certainly nothing funny about that.
So I think, Dollar, that perhaps you'd better get right on out there and see what's what.
Right away, Mr. Harmon. And if Les Walters can...
Fine, Dollar. Goodbye.
Hello? Mr. Harmon? I wonder what he meant about Les and his wife.
CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Worldwide Mutual Insurance Company, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Can't Be So matter. Expense account item 1. $2.15 for a taxi to 19525 East Maple Street. There was a prowl car out front, a small group of thrill seekers, and a patrolman with his hands full, keeping them from entering the smart new apartment building. When I showed him my credentials, he told me to go up to 5B, where I'd find Sergeant Tommy Bravo in charge, and I did.
Sorry, Dollar, but you got here a little too late. The boys just hauled young Willoughby, what was left of him, off to the morgue.
Was it you who called the insurance company, Sergeant?
Yep. See, I knew he had a policy with him.
You did? How come?
Oh, we've been kind of keeping an eye on Willoughby ever since he moved back here to Hartford and put up in this fancy place.
Why?
You, know him when he lived here before?
No, I didn't.
Well, he wasn't much use to himself or to anybody else. Wanted the best of everything, but wouldn't do an honest day's work to earn it.
I know the type.
The chief even wondered there at one time if he might have had some connection with a narcotics pusher that we nabbed and set up the line.
Narcotics?
Well, I couldn't prove it, though. Anyhow, what he left here was to get out from under a lot of bills he owed, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so then when he came rolling back a couple months ago, apparently rolling in dough, well, it just made the chief kind of suspicious is all. So we kind of kept an eye on him. But he stayed clean, so far as we could see.
Just what happened here, Sergeant? No signs of a fight or anything like that?
No. And the lab boys, before they left, wow, Dollar, they figure it was somebody he knew pretty well.
How come?
Because Willoughby himself must have let him in, for one thing.
Him?
Him, her, what's the difference? But it was probably him.
Was it?
See those chalk marks on the coffee table?
Mm-hmm.
Lab crew made them, where a couple of drinks were sitting. Willoughby's next to that chair, and the other guy's next to this one.
How'd they figure that?
Well, that one had Willoughby's prints on it, and this one didn't.
Did it have any prints?
They were all smudged pretty badly, except one. Looked like they were deliberately smudged. So they took the glass to the lab for good look. Anyhow, there was no sign of lipstick, so it must have been a man.
And he shot Willoughby.
With a cannon. They'll find out for sure down there at the lab, of course, but it looked to me like it was a .45 at least.
A .45?
Yeah. But, Dollar, that's just about all we know so far. No other prints around or nothing. Nobody was seen entering or leaving. And if the man 3 doors down hadn't stayed home from work with a virus and heard the shot... How did you find out about this?
I got a call from Les Walters at the insurance company.
Walters?
Well, I should have said from Mr.
Walters, huh?
Yeah, why?
Isn't he the one with that tall, good-looking blonde wife? Name of Constance?
That's right. Connie. Why?
Nothing. Just that I saw her having lunch with him one day last week.
Lunch?
You know, in one of those intimate little joints out on 44.
With Les?
Walters? No.
What?
With our now departed pal here, Willoughby.
Then I remembered. Willoughby's name was familiar. I'd never met him, but he was the one who'd made such a play for Connie before she married Les. But Les do a thing like this? Impossible. Yet Connie had been seen having lunch with Willoughby at a quiet little place out on Route 44 where the chances were they wouldn't be recognized. Had Les found out about that? Is that why Willoughby was now very dead? No, of course not. I knew Les too well. He simply wasn't the type. And the police apparently saw no reason for suspecting Les, so why should I? What's more, there wasn't a single solitary clue that might point to him. Not yet, anyway. Item 2, $1.75 for another taxi. This time into the Spear Building and the office of Worldwide Mutual.
No, Dollar, I thought I told you that over the phone. Lester Walters isn't here today. As a matter of fact, that's why I myself called you about the Willoughby matter.
Did Les come in at all today, Mr. Harmon?
Nay? No, not to my knowledge, but then he pretty much keeps his own hours, you know. Sometimes when he's out selling or calling on some of his clients, he doesn't come in here for 2 or 3 days at a stretch.
Well, he hasn't even called in or anything like that?
Well, not that I know of. You can check at the switchboard, however, if you like. But now, about this Willoughby thing.
Mr. Harmon.
Yes.
When you talked to me on the phone earlier...
yes, my boy.
You said, you indicated, you were a little concerned about Les and his wife, Connie.
Well, you know how it is, Dollar. Well, in spite of the size of this organization, I have a real personal interest in all of my people.
I'm sure you have, sir.
The boys all know it, and they never hesitate to come to me with their problems, and I always try to help them if I can, financially or any other way.
I'm sure you do.
They always tell me everything.
Oh?
Except where their wives are concerned.
Oh.
That's the one thing they like to keep to themselves, so I never meddle. So, well, yes, I can always tell. Yes, I know them better than they think.
But you have no real knowledge of anything wrong between Les and Connie?
Oh, there's some little worry there. There's no question about it, but... Now, about the...
If you'll excuse me, Mr. Harmon, there are a couple of things that I have to do right away.
Well, have you found out anything?
I'm not sure. But don't worry, I'll give you a full report.
Yes, I'm sure you will, my boy.
I checked with Mary, the switchboard operator. No, she hadn't heard from Les Walters all day.
But he usually checks with me, you know. I mean, when he doesn't come in this way. Excuse me. Good afternoon.
I told her then where I'd be, and that if
Mutual.
Les did call in, she was to let me know immediately, and from where he called.
Worldwide Mutual.
I told her she was not to mention this to Les. The fact that I was looking for him, under any circumstances. Item 3, $1 even for a cab out to the little apartment that Les shared with his wife, Connie.
Johnny! Well, happy birthday, whenever it was.
Hi, Connie.
At least I think I heard Les say you had a birthday not long ago.
Mm-hmm.
But what in the world are you doing in this part of town, this time of day?
Well...
Oh, come in, Johnny. I'll put on the percolator and we can have ourselves a coffee clutch.
Well, sure, Connie, thanks. Les around?
Oh, no, he isn't. Has he tried the office?
He isn't there.
Oh. Well, then he must be out selling people insurance or something. Why, Johnny?
It's just that we talked about maybe taking in a hockey game tonight, and I haven't heard from him, that's all.
Oh.
Connie?
Yes?
But come in, sit down, make yourself comfortable.
Connie, does Les keep any kind of a gun here in the house?
Well, now that's a funny question. Especially from you. You're the gun collector.
Listen, Connie...
Have you added any to that beautiful collection of yours lately?
No.
Oh.
Connie, listen to me a minute.
Incidentally, you know why he wanted to take you to the game or something, don't you?
Why?
Well, maybe you don't realize it, but he's been trying for months to find some way of thanking you for solving that embezzlement case that got the promotion for him. When was it? Last fall?
Where is he, Connie?
But you know something? I'll bet he forgot all about it. I know I haven't seen any tickets around.
Where is he?
I'll bet he completely forgot to send for them. That's just like him, too. But he'll think up some excuse or something, or something.
Connie, where is Les?
You say he isn't at the office? Well, he did say something about some errands when he left this morning, but I don't... What's the matter, Johnny? You're acting very peculiarly. You know it?
Maybe I better lay things right on the line, Connie.
What?
Do you know a Bill Willoughby?
Oh.
Well?
Yes.
Go on.
Bill sort of had a crush on me, Johnny, before I married Les.
And?
That's all.
Is it? Have you seen him since he moved back here to Hartford?
Now, why should I want... Well, he called me a couple of times.
Have you seen him, Connie?
Johnny.
Please tell me.
Yes. Yes, I have. But these questions, Johnny...
Tell me.
Well, I don't see what... All right. One day last week, Thursday, I guess it was, I was way out on Albany Avenue.
That's Route 44.
Yes. A seamstress who lives out there did some work on a dress for me. On the way back, I stopped at the gas station and... Johnny, what's all this about?
Just go on, Connie.
Well, Bill Willoughby was also there getting some gas. He insisted on taking me to lunch in one of those little places way out there, and... Well, that's all.
That's all?
Oh, well, he talked some nonsense about still being in love with me and wanting to see me again, but...
Have you seen him again?
Well, I certainly have not. When he started talking like that, I just got up and left him there. After all, I never really cared for him, and... Johnny?
Connie, did Les know that you had this date with Willoughby?
But it wasn't a date. Not really. Not at all.
Well, did Les know about it? Did you tell him?
What difference did it possibly make?
Well, Les can be pretty jealous, can't he?
Les? Of course not.
You say that as though you don't really mean it.
Of course I do.
Well, where is he, Connie? Where's he been all day?
Johnny, how should I know?
I think you do.
Will you please tell me what this is all about?
Will you please tell me why you're being so evasive?
But oh, excuse me, that's the telephone. Hello? Why, yes, he is. It's for you, Johnny.
Oh, thanks. Johnny Dollar.
This is Mary at Worldwide Mutual.
Oh, yes, Mary.
I just found out, Mr. Dollar, there was a call from Mr. Lester Walters.
Oh?
Phoebe took it early this morning before I came on duty.
Yes?
He was checking in to see if there was any messages for him and to say that he wouldn't be in today. Or maybe even tomorrow.
Or maybe the next day, the day after.
Oh, and that call was collect.
From where, do you know?
Oh, yes, we always check. It was from Equity 30114. That's over in Waterbury, you know.
I know. And it sounds familiar. Thank you, Mary.
Johnny. Now listen, Johnny, will you please tell me...
Later, Connie. Later. I went to a phone booth at the nearest gas station and spent item 4. 40 cents for a call to that equity number that had sounded so familiar. I hoped and prayed that I was wrong about it. That it wasn't.
Bearcloth's Gun Shop.
Who?
Bearcloth's Gun Shop.
Gun shop.
Can I help you?
Did a Mr. Lester Walters buy a gun from you recently?
Yes, just this morning, early this morning.
What kind?
It was a handgun, a 45.
45.
Yeah, it was one that we... Oh, now wait. Who are you, if I may ask?
Never mind. I still couldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe it. And yet all the evidence, every bit of evidence I had. Well, sure, it was circumstantial, that's all, every bit of it. But it all pointed to only one person, to my friend Les Walters. I still couldn't believe it. Yet there it was. His failure to check in at the office the way that he usually did. Didn't he know that would arouse suspicion? His slip-up on our date for the hockey game. Didn't he know that would make me suspicious? Connie's having been seen with Willoughby. If the cops knew about that, why not Les? And then Connie's evasiveness about Les's whereabouts. But did she really know about what finally happened to Willoughby? And the gun. A 45 did it, Sergeant Bravo had said. A 45, the gun shop owner had said. That was sold to Les only that morning. All right, there it was. Okay, now what? Go to the police? Tell them what I knew? Or let them find out for themselves? Why not? They had as much to go on as I had. Almost. It was their job to run down Willoughby's killer just as much as mine, wasn't it? Yes, and it was my job just as much as theirs. My dirty, rotten, lousy job. Why? Why did it have to be? Couldn't I just... No, I couldn't, and I knew I couldn't. If Les did commit that murder, if... I made another call there in the phone booth.
Sergeant Bravo.
Sergeant Johnny Dollar.
Hey, Dollar, have I got news for you? Real progress.
Oh?
So much so, the lieutenant took it right out of my hands. And, Dollar, you'd never guess who's the guy they've got a lead on.
Wouldn't I?
Ought to be wrapped up real pronto. And like I promised, I'll call you just the second I've got anything real definite for you. Are you at your apartment?
No, you can reach me at Les Walters' place.
At Walters?
That's right.
Well, now, what do you know?
Too much, Sergeant. Too much.
No, I don't know, and I don't know when he's coming back. And Johnny Dollar, you just sit yourself down here in the den and tell me why you're acting so strangely. Now sit down, Johnny. Please.
Sure, Connie.
Look, would you like a drink? Maybe that would help whatever it is that's bothering you.
Yeah, maybe it would.
All right, then. I'll go get you. Oh, now, who could that be? Excuse me.
Hi, honey.
Les!
I'm sorry I'm so late.
Les?
Did a couple of business deals on the way back. Sold a couple of policies.
Les, listen.
And look, honey, I got it. The gun shop over in Waterbury.
Now, wait, dear.
Now, look.
Let's wait.
Look here. Isn't it a beauty? And honest to goodness, genuine, original, single-action Army Colt. 45 caliber.
Honey, do you have to yell this way?
Why not? Isn't it a beauty?
Do you know who's sitting there in your den?
Oh, boy.
Johnny Dollar.
Oh.
Yes.
Well,
You didn't tell him anything, did you?
No. So go on in and make the best of it. Go on, Les, while I get the phone.
Okay. Well,
Hello?
I didn't expect to find you here waiting for me, Johnny. Kind of spoils all the big surprise. But here you are, baby. Catch it.
Thanks, Les.
Well, don't you like it, Johnny?
Should I?
Ah, now look. After seeing that gun collection of yours, and seeing what was missing from it, and after what you did for me last fall, and with that birthday you had, well, listen, I've been negotiating with the old man Berghoff over in Waterbury for 2 weeks to get this for you. What's the matter, Johnny?
Johnny?
Oh, yes, Connie.
That phone call is for you. Sergeant Bravo, I think he said.
Oh, thanks.
Johnny?
No,
Johnny Dollar.
Well, it's all wrapped up, Dollar.
well...
Yeah?
Yep. Prints on that glass led the lieutenant straight to him.
Well, what was that?
The killer, the one that knocked over Willoughby. It was Shorty Scarpone, one of his pals in the dope racket. Broke down and confessed the whole thing when the lieutenant busted in on him. And Dollar...
Oh, brother.
Johnny. Okay, now, what is bothering you?
What's bothering you anyway?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, you.
Not a thing. Believe me, not a thing. Connie, where is that drink and we'll celebrate?
Good.
My birthday and a lot of things. I can only tell you this. I was never so glad to be wrong in my life. And I mean all wrong about a case. Expense account total? What expense account? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a talisman. A good luck charm that proved to be anything but. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Truly, Johnny Dollar is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr., music supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Mason Adams as Sergeant Bravo, Margaret Draper as Connie Walters, Arthur Cole as Jonathan Harmon, Pat Housley as the telephone operator, Casey Allen as Les Walters, and Sam Gray as Mr. Burkhoff. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Art Hanna speaking.
Johnny Dollar,
Johnny, this is Len Walker at Surety Mutual Insurance.
out there in the wild and golden west?
Yep. Still holding down a desk out here in San Francisco.
How are you, Len? What goes these days?
Goes off is more like it, Johnny.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
3 neat, tidy little explosions that have cost us well over $1 million apiece.
Wow. What kind of explosions, Len?
Rocket fuel type of stuff.
Oh?
Yeah.
Where?
The Bascom Development Company. It's hidden away along the coast, a few miles south.
Bascom, hmm?
So if you want to grab your spacesuit and pop on out here, well, who knows? Maybe they'll oblige by sending you a loft on their next blow-up.
You make it sound very attractive, Len.
I'll tell you this, Johnny. If you can find out the why of this and put a stop to it, we'll pay you enough to let you fly high and wide and handsome for a long time to come.
Now you do make it sound attractive.
Well, then?
Okay. I'll start practicing on the first plane I can get.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Surety Mutual Insurance Company, San Francisco office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the top secret matter. Expense account item 1, $199.27. That covers a taxi out to Bradley Field, the hop to New York, and from there a one-stop flight on out to the West Coast. At New York International, I thought I was the last one aboard before takeoff. But just as the big jet started taxiing out to the runway, a well-dressed gentleman with a well-stuffed briefcase plunking into the seat beside me.
Wow, looks as though I just made it.
By the skin of your teeth, and you better fasten your seatbelt because... Hey, George!
What? Why, it's Johnny Dollar.
In person?
Well, this is an unexpected pleasure.
Well, how's the prosperous businessman?
Just fine, and you?
Couldn't be better. You on your way out to the coast, too?
No, just going as far as Chicago to our main plant and office. Oh, it's been a long time, Johnny.
It sure has. Tell me, are you still a vice president of that big chemical outfit?
I certainly am.
Oh, that's good. You're just the man I want to talk to. I want to ask some questions.
Oh? Why?
Hasn't your company got a hand, like all the others, in the liquid rocket fuel racket?
Certainly has. Or I should say had. Well, right now we're in the process of trying to turn down a contract.
No kidding. Well, how come? Well?
Well, I shouldn't have mentioned it.
Oh, top secret?
No, not quite. Not exactly top secret. As a matter of fact, it'll hit all the papers in just a few days now, so if you want to find out what it's all about... Now, wait.
Yeah?
Didn't you used to have a top security clearance?
I still have, from OSI, CIA, CIC. You want to see my credentials?
Why not?
Okay. Anything to get you off this big mysterioso kick? Here, and here. Okay?
Okay.
Now, what's the big secret that's about to hit the headlines?
A new solid rocket fuel.
Well, I thought a lot of companies were working on that. Had even developed some of it.
They are and they have. But, Johnny, we now have a radically different one that was developed in our place through sheer luck.
How do you mean?
Well, there's a young East German fellow, a scientist. I don't even remember his name. Anyhow, he has enough degrees in chemistry from European universities to choke a horse.
Yeah?
Came to us for just a run-of-the-mill job in one of our labs. But a few months ago, entirely on his own, he came up with this solid fuel formula, handed it over to the company lock, stock, and barrel. Big boys checked it. Now, thanks to him, well, Johnny, it looks like we'll be light years ahead of the hammer and sickle competition.
Well, that's good.
And that's about all I can tell you about it.
Whatever you say.
Now, why'd you tell me I'm just the man you wanted to see?
Because maybe you can tell me something about a company out on the coast that is also in this field.
Oh, Johnny, out there must be hundreds of them, ranging from the big important ones like Air Search and Rocketdyne to little 1- and 2-man operations. Which is it?
The Bascom Development Company is somewhere near San Francisco.
Bascom, huh?
Yeah. What do you know about them? Well?
Nothing.
You sure?
No, Johnny, I'm afraid I never even heard of them.
Oh, you're a lot of help.
I'm sorry.
All right, what'll we talk about now? Politics? Religion? Women? Sex? Or something sensible like fishing? The way those jets traveled, there wasn't time to talk about much of anything before George got off the plane in Chicago. By the time I had an afternoon snack and prepared to settle down for a nap, we circled and landed at San Francisco International. Item 2, $470 for a cab into Len Walker's office. That's across from the Sheraton Palace and my pals at KCBS.
Now, where do you plan to stay while you're here, Johnny?
At the Huntington up on the hill.
Fine. So grab yourself some dinner, get a good night's sleep, and you can take off first thing in the morning.
Take off again?
Mm-hmm. I'll have a rental car sent around to you there at the Huntington.
Len, aren't you going to tell me first what this is all about?
Bascom Development Company.
Yes, you said that much on the phone.
Well, now look here on this map.
Yeah?
Now, you go down here on 101, then cut over to Route 1, then down the coast to here. A few miles south of Big Sur.
Wait a minute now. If memory serves me right, that highway's chiseled out of the side of a lot of cliffs that rise up out of the blue Pacific.
Right.
So what can be there but a lot of rocks and trees and the ocean?
A little well-hidden side road that goes down through the trees to a leveled-off spot on the very edge of the ocean. That's where you'll find the Bascom Development Company. Only for security reasons, it's been made to look like a cluster of summer homes.
You say they've been having explosions?
3, Johnny. And as a result of them, 3 deaths. That's where we've had to pay off through the nose.
Why?
Well, the men, they were chemists or engineers he had working for him, all had insurance that Bascom paid for. A cool $1 million apiece.
And he was the beneficiary?
Half to him, half to the families of those men.
Oh.
It's common practice where people of great importance to a company are concerned.
Yeah. Tell me, just how much do you know about the explosions?
I think you'll do better by getting that from Bascom himself. I told him you're on your way.
Oh?
Yes?
Okay, Len. Whatever you say. Item 3, $12.80 for cocktails and dinner at the Fleur de Lis. After all, I was on expense account. Why not live it up? After a good night's sleep at the Huntington, I took off. After passing through San Jose and Salinas, I cut over through Monterey and Carmel and hit California's wonderful 1, Highway number 1. It took me through beautiful wooded hills and forests and then along the edge of the sea. It's a narrow, tortuous road with nothing but high cliffs on the left and a sheer drop-off on the right, sometimes for several hundred feet to the ocean below. And it is a beautiful, beautiful drive. At Point Sur, that's S-U-R, means south. The cliffs are almost perpendicular, so the highway goes a bit inland for a stretch. And then I found the sharply slanting little side road that Len had indicated on the map. I had to make my way down it in low, low gear. And there at the ocean's edge was the group of... Well, Len was right. They did look like harmless summer cottages. But there was an armed guard at the entrance gate. I showed him my clearances. He made a phone call, then directed me to the second building down the road. However, as I started to pass the first one, a small, white clapboard sort of building it looked like, I heard a sharp, strange, crackling sound like timbers breaking. I looked up. The side of the building seemed to bulge out momentarily, and then... I must have reacted purely instinctively, shoved hard on the accelerator. But by the time that explosion really took hold, I was almost past it. Nonetheless, my rental car rolled completely over with me inside. Shook me up a little, but otherwise I was okay. From a building down the line, several intelligent but very angry-looking men came running over, hauled me out as roughly as possible, then shoved me unceremoniously into the next-door private office of Mr. Horace Alderworthy Bascom. Bascom, a slight, gray-haired man of about 60, sat quietly behind his desk, holding a gun on me in a way that indicated he could and wouldn't hesitate to use it if it became necessary, until I produced my credentials and told him why I was there. Then he dismissed the others, shoved the gun back into the drawer of his desk, and said,
"I'm sorry, Mr. Dollar. We're all of us a bit on edge these days, and no doubt Doctors Harvey and Welcome and young Franklin thought that you had caused the explosion there in Unit 1.
Doctors, Mr. Bascom?
Of science, chemistry. Best I've been able to find.
Oh, I'll tell you this about them. They not only have brains, but muscles.
They're all experts in the field of explosives.
Are they?
The best.
I wonder after what just happened.
You were very fortunate, Mr. Dollar. Had that explosion occurred just a fraction of a second earlier,
I wouldn't be sitting here, would I?
your body and the remains of your car would have toppled over the edge of that narrow spot beside Unit 1 and ended up on the rocks some 200 feet below. No question of it.
I don't doubt it. But now, aren't you concerned about what's happened to that Unit 1? From this window, it looks like a shambles.
Yes, like a few others that have gone before it.
Do you want to take a look and see if you can figure why it blew up? I know I do.
I'm afraid it would take far more scientifically knowledgeable minds than ours to determine the cause of this latest misfortune. And as you can see, Dr. Welcome and some of his aides are looking it over very carefully.
Well, I still want to look.
Of course. And I sincerely hope you can accomplish something. Thank heaven this time there was no one hurt. We've lost 3, Mr. Dollar. 3 of our finest chemists during the past 3 months.
So I understand.
And each of them, I'm convinced, just when he was on the threshold of a solution to this tremendously important project of ours.
Just what is this project, Mr. Bascom?
Creation of an uncommonly efficient semi-liquid rocket repellent that will, I am convinced...
Semi-liquid?
Yes. Yes, an almost unbelievably powerful gelatinous substance with all the energy of the complicated liquid fuels and the stability of a solid. If I can develop it, Mr. Dollar, it will be the greatest triumph in the history of space rocketry. And I will have made it. I alone will hold the secret of it.
And yet you're not a scientist.
Well, in the purely academic sense, no. But without my aims and my ideas, without my money to provide the means for their experimentation, these men I employ could accomplish nothing. And that means that... Look, what's the matter, Mr. Dollar? You are all right, aren't you?
Oh, yes, sure. But as long as this last explosion just happened, I'd like to get out there and see if we, or maybe your Dr. Welcome, can pin down the cause of it.
Oh, yes, of course. Believe me, if anyone can determine it, Welcome can.
But Welcome couldn't, nor could I. In spite of Mr. Bascom's help in combing through the ruins, and we really combed. A lot of theories got aired, but none that led to any definite conclusions. Then, early that evening in his quarters, I talked at some length with Dr. Welcome about not only this, but the 3 previous explosions.
No, I don't think so, Mr. Dollar. It's simply that some of the materials, the components used, are so unstable, so highly volatile, and shock susceptible that... And yet every possible precaution is taken, not only in the handling, but in the storage of them. So unless someone were setting them off deliberately, as you suggest might be possible...
An awful lot of people don't want to see our national rocketry program succeed. Don't you forget that, Doctor.
Yes, but someone here in this closely knit organization, no, I can't believe it. Another thing, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah?
Williams, Thornbury, and Brenner.
Are those the 3 who were killed?
Yes. Now, certainly you don't suggest they deliberately caused the explosions that caused their own deaths.
That's hardly likely, I guess.
Not a bit likely. And Mr. Dollar, each of them was entirely alone in the laboratory when the accident occurred.
You sure of that, Dr. Welcome?
Oh, absolutely.
Tell me, was there anybody in Unit 1 this afternoon when it went off? Or anywhere near it?
No, you were the only one near it.
And you sure of that?
Absolutely certain.
Tell me something else, Doctor.
If I can, yes.
How close are you fellows to this rocket fuel?
Well, Mr. Dollar, I believe that Williams and Thornbury and Brenner were very close to it, each in his turn. Mr. Bascom and a couple of the other chaps and I felt they had found it. But now, of course, we'll never know. So, all the rest of us can do is keep on trying.
You don't sound very confident.
Well, sometimes it's very discouraging. And with the cutbacks in salary we've been obliged to take. But it's a challenge, and challenges are what make a profession like ours worthwhile. They and the opportunity to serve this country.
Who sparked this whole idea in the beginning?
Oh, I understand it was a young German chap that Mr. Bascom found somewhere abroad.
What?
Yes.
What was his name?
Kellerholtz. Hans Kellerholtz.
Kellerholtz. I see. All right, Dr. Welcome.
Gentlemen? Oh, Mr. Bascom. Well, if you
you found anything? Anything to indicate what might...
No, it doesn't look as though we have, Mr. Bascom. Not a thing.
Oh,
What's more, I've suddenly remembered that I'm supposed to be back in San Francisco tonight, so I'll have to run. If, that is, my car is still usable.
I understand it isn't. But if you'll wait a moment, I'll bring mine around.
Oh, I appreciate that.
But your investigation here...
Oh, don't you worry. I'll be back.
Well, I certainly hope so.
San Francisco? No. I drove Mr. Bascom's car out to the highway and headed south to the first filling station I could find. And there, after parking out on the far edge of the highway, I ran up item 4, $21 even in telephone calls. And what I learned from them figuratively blew this whole case wide open. My first phone call was to George Langley, the man I'd met and talked to on the plane, at his home in Chicago. Thanks to his information, the second call was to the young German chemist who developed the solid rocket fuel that they were about to announce. You guessed it. His name was Hans Kellerhaus. What Kellerhaus said to me about his reasons for having left the Bascom project to work at one of America's big, established, reputable chemical firms told me more than I'd even hoped for. And then, to top it all, well, let's face it, it was mighty lucky for me that I hadn't taken the drive up to San Francisco. Because when I stepped out of the phone booth there at the little gas station...
You know, I sure hope you don't need any more of my small change, mister.
No, that was the last call I had to make, and thanks for the use of the phone.
Don't belong to me, belongs to the phone company.
Well, thanks anyway.
Say now, maybe you want to drive your car over to this side of the road and fill her up, maybe?
Might not be a bad idea.
Though why you parked along that edge over there, so close to that drop-off, I'll never know it. Hey, look! Look, you see?
I see, all right.
One of the tires must have went, you see? Well, she's rolling on over down the cliff.
One of the tires? Oh, no.
What'd you say?
Did you hear that little explosion? See the way that car sagged over?
Well, yeah, I guess I did.
Must have had a time mechanism.
Huh?
If that happened the way it was supposed to while I was tearing up this crooked highway on the way to San Francisco, nobody would ever have known. Listen.
Yeah?
Is that your car over there beside the station?
Sure.
Look, here's $100 for the use of it just for tonight, okay?
Are you kidding? Sure, it's okay.
Okay, then, give me the keys. Luckily, the same guard was on duty, and he let me through the gate to Bascom's setup without question. And more important, without announcing me. In the darkness, then, I slipped the lock on the door of Bascom's office, went inside, pulled down the shades, put on a light, and looked around. And I finally found it. A small switch under the sill of the window facing out to where Unit 1 had been. And if those wires on it had led underground to some kind of a detonator there in Unit 1 this afternoon...
Mr. Dollar.
Better come in, Mr. Bascom.
Yes, I certainly will.
Just sit down there at your desk, anywhere.
Well, of course, if you like. Did you break your way in here?
You, want to tell me why, Mr. Bascom?
Why? Why what? Afraid I don't understand.
I want to know your reasons for the explosions.
Why, you're implying that I was responsible for them, Mr. Dollar?
Entirely.
And you honestly think that you can prove a wild assertion like that?
Yes, I honestly think I could. Otherwise, instead of sitting here talking with you, don't you think I'd be out and around investigating further?
Yes, I suppose you would.
Let's look at some facts. Like the explosion this afternoon that nearly killed me because you knew I was coming here. The switch I found under the windowsill. Well?
Yes.
And your help in combing through the ruins? Help? Or careful misdirection so I wouldn't find the detonator you'd rigged up nor a trace of the wiring from that switch?
Of course.
Those cutbacks in salaries. You needed money, didn't you, Mr. Bascom, like all that insurance you collected?
Yes, very true.
And something you said this afternoon. I and I alone will hold the secret of this fuel. So when you thought that Williams and Thornbury and Brenner had it, to keep it for yourself, you killed them. that about it, Mr. Bascom?
Just about, I guess. And all because of a young chemist I brought over here.
Hans Kellerhaus.
Yes. I was supposed to be over there in Germany on a vacation. Actually, it was only in order to establish contact with him and hope that I could capitalize on his knowledge of missile fuels. Took a lot of time, a lot of money. Most of it spent in bribes to East German authorities. But I finally got him over here.
I see.
He was so glad to be free for the first time in his life, so grateful for an opportunity to work in this country, that he was willing to agree to anything.
Which means what, Mr. Bascom?
I was to have complete control of anything he might create and develop here.
And what happened? Did he find out you were in this thing only for personal gain?
Yes. So he came in here one morning and told me that he was leaving. That he would keep his word, however, and relinquish claim to whatever he had developed here. My demand, he put that in writing. So I let him go. Like an idiot.
Why do you say that?
Well, I thought he'd completed the fuel, that I could go ahead and produce it and sell it and make millions. Millions, Mr. Dollar. And without having to share with him. But I was wrong. He hadn't finished.
Mm-hmm.
I hired other men, the best that I could find from all over, in the hope that they could carry on from where he'd left off. But all it did was cost me money. Money. And the only way I could think of to get enough to keep going was by collecting that insurance.
By committing murder?
Yes, I know. The first one was very difficult for me. But the second one, it meant another $500,000 to carry on with, and the third, because all the time I kept hoping to get that rocket fuel. I suppose I should have known. I never would. That my misdeeds would catch up with me.
Yes, you should have known. Are you ready to leave, Mr. Bascom?
I don't have to, Mr. Dollar.
Oh?
Here in this open drawer beside my hand is a .38 revolver. Loaded.
What are you thinking of, Bascom? For you or for me?
To make any difference?
Would it really solve anything?
No, I guess it wouldn't. Shall we go?
It's almost unbelievable. I mean, the length to which some people will go to promote their own selfish interests at the sacrifice of others. Don't they know that somehow, sometime, there has to be a showdown? Expense account total, including repair charges on the rental car and the trip back to Hartford, $993.70. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a tale of the problems, at least one of the problems, that go with the owning of a gold mine. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr., music supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Melville Ruick as Bascom, Court Benson as Dr. Welcome, Frank Campanella as George Langley, and William Mason as the gas station attendant. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Art Hanna speaking.
Johnny Dollar.
Hi there, Johnny. This is Jake Hessler, out here in Kingman, Arizona.
Well, hi, Jake. How are you? And how's Worldwide Mutual doing these days?
Me and Worldwide Mutual just fine. But it's one of my greater Southwest clients got me worried.
Well, I wish you'd make up your mind which one of these insurance companies you're really working for, Jake.
You want to know the truth, Johnny?
Let's have it.
Neither one of them, really. I'm trying so hard to retire and take it easy out here in God's country that I just don't. Why, do you know I myself haven't bothered to get out and sell a single policy in over 6 months now?
No kidding.
But as long as those two companies are willing to pay me good money just to head up an office for them and to kind of keep an eye on the boys they do have out selling for them, well, why not, huh?
Why not?
Only one trouble.
What's that, Jake?
Any problems come along, you just guess who gets them jump right spang in their lap.
Well, what's the matter with that?
Huh? Now, what do you mean?
Well, all you do is turn around and dump them in my lap.
Oh, well now, Johnny.
Well, it's the truth, you old reprobate, and you know it. What is it this time, Jake?
Young fellow that was insured by the San Francisco office.
Yeah?
Old mine. One of those old ones over toward Lake Mojave.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and he's up and disappeared. So maybe you can come on out here and see if you can find him. Okay?
Well, as long as it means a chance to warm some of this winter chill out of my bones, and as long as I always manage to get in some good bass fishing out your way, and since you're willing to pay all my expenses while I do it...
Huh? For while you're fishing over at that Lake Mojave resort?
Why, as an old friend of mine by the name of Jake Hessler said just a minute ago, why not?
Well, you come out here and we'll see.
Okay, Jake. I'll fly out to Las Vegas, rent me a car, and see you sometime in the morning.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Greater Southwest Insurance Company branch office in Kingman, Arizona. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Golden Dream matter. Expense account item 1, $193.49 for a plane to New York, then a jet to Las Vegas. Item 2, $23 even. That covers a couple of taxi fares, dinner, a good night's sleep at the Hotel Sahara, then breakfast the next morning. Item 3 is $50 deposit on a rental car. I headed southeast through Boulder City and crossed Hoover Dam at the foot of Lake Mead. And again, I marveled at the way man's ingenuity has harnessed the tremendous power of the Colorado River. I headed south on 93. In the town of Kingman, Jake's office is on the main street above the Conroy Mercantile. Tall, lean, lanky, and well-tanned as always, he was wearing a white Stetson cowboy shirt, blue jeans, and fancy boots.
Well, now, maybe you will have a chance to get in some fishing over there to Lake Mojave, Johnny.
Nothing suit me better, Jake. You know it.
You see, the one man who can help you get on the trail of young Kingsley...
Kingsley?
Myron Kingsley, that young mining engineer I told you about that's disappeared.
Oh, I see.
And the man who's going to be the most help to you finding out what's happened to him is the manager of that Lake Mojave resort, Mr. H.R. Pratt.
Ham Pratt, I know him well, very well.
Yes, I know you do. And the old mine that Kingsley come to investigate the Golden Dream is right close by there.
Investigate how, Jake?
To see if somebody isn't being took, but royally.
How do you mean?
Well, some old coot named of Marty Spiller has been selling a lot of stock in the Golden Dream.
Uh-oh.
Mostly to people who live way back east.
Mm-hmm. And who aren't in a very good position to see just what they've bought into.
Right. Account of most of them, the suckers who fall for that kind of stock promotion are too poor to come out and have a look.
I know what you mean. Go on, Jake.
Well, there's one stockholder evidently got suspicious and could afford to do something about it. I mean, he hired young Kingsley to run down from Frisco to have a look-see and then make him a report.
Uh-huh.
Being a client of our company, Kingsley come around to me for directions. I sent him over there, told him to stay at the Lake Mojave place, and, that's the last I saw or heard of him.
When was that, Jake?
Been a week now.
I see.
But only 3 days since Ham Pratt phoned me that he hadn't showed up in his motel unit there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then. As long as Ham is the one who can put me on Kingsley's trail.
And I told Ham you'd be over.
Good. Then I'll hit the highway again.
Excuse me. Hessler? Well, we were just talking about... Huh? He sure is. For you.
For me?
It's Ham Pratt.
Oh.
Here.
Thanks. Ham, how are you?
Oh, pretty good.
Only pretty good?
looks like maybe you made this trip for nothing, Johnny.
What do you mean by that?
We found young Kingsley. Or, rather, what's left of him.
Oh?
In the water at the bottom of a deep, old, abandoned mine shaft. Must have slipped and fallen in.
I see.
Haven't been able to get down to him yet, but, well, I guess there's not much point in your coming over here now.
Ham?
Yes, Johnny?
Did you say an abandoned mine shaft?
Yes. One that's just been sitting there accumulating water in the bottom of it for years.
Then it's not one of those that he went to investigate.
Well, no, not exactly.
Well, maybe I had better take a look. I got back into my car and drove westward across the desert on Route 68 over Union Pass, then down the long 17-mile grade to Davis Dam. But instead of crossing it, I swung right for 3 miles to Lake Mojave Resort. As I got out in front of the office, Ham Pratt pulled up in his Jeep.
Leave your bags right there in your car, Johnny. Come on, we'll use it.
I am. Okay, whatever you say. Hey, how long you been packing a gun like that?
Well, you know, Johnny, in case we run across some jackrabbits or a coyote or something. Now get aboard.
Sure. Or something, did you say?
All right, I'll be honest about it. Since I talked to you, I kind of got to thinking about it.
Thinking about what, Ham?
Oh, about possibilities. Like maybe in case young Kingsley didn't just fall into that old mine shaft.
I know what you mean. After all, if Kingsley was a mining engineer...
And he was, Johnny.
And I mean a practical one, not just a student.
He's a good one. He knew his business.
Well, then he should have known enough to take care of himself and watch his steps.
Right.
In other words... Well, do you have any ideas, Ham?
Plenty.
Like maybe the owner of the Golden Dream, who didn't want it shown up that he was selling stock in a worthless mine?
His name is Marty Spiller. He's the sort of character we don't like around here.
How do you mean?
Hang on now. Not much daylight left, so he'll take a shortcut onto this side road.
Okay. Oh, hey! You call this a road?
It's an old wagon trail they used to haul stuff in and out with a mule team. Don't worry. This Jeep will make it okay.
I hope so. You were going to tell me about this Marty Spiller.
Yeah, but better wait now till we get to the Golden Dream.
Have you ever ridden a Jeep? I mean, really ridden one of them? Well, like everyone else, I've seen pictures of the boys in the Army plowing through mud and sand, jumping over ditches, taking seemingly impossible hills in them, and so on. But until you have actually been on one of them, and I mean on, not in, until you have driven across this kind of rugged desert country, you ain't seen nothing. When the trail gave out, as it frequently did, where spring runoff from the winter rains had washed rocks and boulders and sand across it, we simply bounced across the desert, leaping and straddling stream beds and washes and anything else that stood in the way. Wow! We'd come to a high, sandy hill, and instead of circling it, we'd go right on up the side in low gear, slowing only at the top to make sure that there wasn't a sudden drop-off. Then careen madly down the far side, flipping and skidding all the way. What a ride. But it finally got us on the main route to the Golden Dream, and the sun was getting low.
See her up there, Johnny, on the side of that mountain up ahead? And a couple of the shafts go well down below the bottom of that mountain.
Ham, don't you think maybe we better get out and walk that trail? It's just a ledge on the side of that thing.
If the mule wagons could hang on to it, we can. But now about Marty Spiller.
Tell me about him.
They stopped working the Golden Dream when the vein ran out in the late 30s. Then, along about 4 years ago, Spiller came along. And he's done only enough each year to keep his rights.
Well, just what has he done?
Johnny, all he's done is grind up and rewash the tailings. You know, the refuse material left over from the original washing or concentration or treatment of the ground up ore.
I guess that's the stuff that I've seen piled up outside all these mine tunnels that we've passed along the way, huh?
Yeah, just worthless rock, in which the valuable metals, the gold mostly, has been taken out.
I see.
Anyhow, by rewashing that stuff now and then, he's been able to back his claim that he's got a working mine.
Well, tell me, Ham, has he ever got any worthwhile amount of gold out of those tailings?
No, sir. But that hasn't kept him from selling a new issue of stock now and then.
Oh, boy, what a racket.
Yes, sir.
No wonder he'd want to get rid of anybody who'd know and be willing to testify that his mine is worthless.
Like young Kingsley. But until we can get his body up and prove that... now wait, here we are.
Oh, boy. My aching back. Now then, let's see. Wait a minute, Ham. Isn't that the Golden Dream still up ahead there?
The main shaft and tunnels, yes. Grab one of those coils of rope and that big flashlight, will you? See, half a mile away with that thing. Besides, it's getting dark.
Okay.
But the hole in this mound over here to the right, you see it with the timber rigging over it?
Yeah.
Now, come on now. They'll look over the edge. With that powerful flashlight, you'll be able to see the body down there for yourself.
All right. Listen, Ham.
Yeah?
Where is Spiller? Where's he been all this time?
Pretty good alibi, I'm afraid. The day after Kingsley got here, started poking around, Spiller apparently left.
Apparently, you say?
Yeah. Said he had to go over somewhere in California. Hadn't been seen around here since. Now, hang on to one of these timbers, lean over the edge of this hole, and look down.
With the help of the powerful flashlight, I looked. About 100 feet straight down in that jagged-sided hole, floating in the water that filled the bottom of the shaft, was the body. Ham was absolutely certain it was Kingsley. So, job number one was to bring it up. Only then could we determine whether he'd been killed before plunging down there, and if so, how. And, if possible, by whom.
So if you'll lower me down there, Johnny, on one of these ropes, you can feed it around one of these timbers for a break, so you let me down easy.
Just hold everything for a second, Ham.
Huh?
Look, you're the one with the big muscles, so I'm the one who's going down that shaft.
Well, now, listen.
No, I'd a lot sooner trust you to lower me properly than I'd trust myself to hold that heavy carcass of yours. Also, it'll give you the job of hauling up the body, and then me.
Whatever you say, Johnny. Only it'll serve you right if I make you climb back up.
I tucked the big flashlight into my belt, and Ham slowly lowered me into that deep, black, rock-sided shaft. Hanging there on that rope, touching the sides only where there were juttings or ledges, was pretty exciting. I was glad the rope was a long one and that Ham was on the other end. Along the way, there were several small tunnels leading away from the shaft. But with the flashlight, I could see that they were only short ones, ending in piles of rubble. Until just before I reached the water.
Ham! Yes, Johnny?
Hold
but there's a big tunnel. A clear one leading off from here. A big one. What? Looks like it might lead over to the main shaft of the Golden Dream.
Now, wait.
Huh?
Let me snub this line so I can lean over and hear you better. There we are.
Oh, look. Hey! Forget it for now. I'll investigate on the way back up. I'm only a few feet from the body now, so lower away again. All right, Ham, lower away. Hey! Take it easy. Stop throwing rocks down here. Watch it, will you? That one almost hit me. All right, now lower away again. Ham? Lower away, do you hear me? Wait a minute! What goes up there? Who's pulling off those shots? The rope! The rope is slipping now! It's slipping!
Okay, so I cheated a little. When the rope that had been holding me suddenly slackened, it wasn't I that splashed into the water at the bottom of that mine shaft. Nope. It was one of the big rocks at the opening of the tunnel that I'd found down there. One of the two or three I'd grabbed at frantically to pull myself into the tunnel as the 100 feet or so of heavy rope came whipping down past me and I barely made it. I kept the flashlight off so as not to show that I was still alive and kicking. Because then, after the more of the gunshots, and then huge boulders were rolled over the edge and plunged down to where I was supposedly struggling in the water.
Hey, Dollar! Dollar! You still alive down there? Dollar? Okay, then, I'll just have to make sure.
Several more huge boulders came crashing down into the shaft, and thank goodness passed harmlessly by the mouth of my tunnel. But I didn't stick around to count them. Instead, using the light again, I tore on up the long, sloping passageway, hoping and praying it would somehow get me back to the surface. Half a dozen times I had to clear away piles of rubble with only my bare hands. But I was thinking of Ham, of what might have happened to him, what still might happen to him. Finally, a pile of rubble blocked off the passageway entirely. But then through a low, narrow little side tunnel, so filled with debris where the shoring had given way that I had to crawl along on my belly, I reached the surface. It was quite dark by now, but I didn't dare show my light. Instead, I walked slowly, quietly around to get my bearings. And then I saw the Jeep, and above it the timbers Ham had used to snub the rope we outlined against the darkening sky. In silhouette, I could faintly see two men up there. But in the dark, I couldn't tell which was which. But at least I knew that Ham was still alive. But for how long? Because one of them was carefully tying the other one down to a 10x10 that lay only a few feet from the edge of the shaft. Had Spiller gone mad? Was he going to shove that timber with its human cargo into that shaft? No Indian ever crawled along over the floor of the desert any more softly than I did. And I cursed the fact that I hadn't a gun, that I'd left it with Ham to cut down my weight. A couple of times a jackrabbit jumped out from under my feet and I hunched over and froze, hoping the man I was stalking wouldn't look around. Or if he did, that he'd mistake me for one of the many boulders scattered about, or a clump of sage. But then I came to a clear space, nearly 20 feet of it, that I had to cross to reach him. To reach him before he could shove that timber into the pit. It was so dark now, I could only see him as a blurred shadow. But all he needed was to hear me. Whichever one had the gun. I stopped, took a deep breath, then rose up to make the dash across the open space.
It's okay, Tony.
What?
Just take it easy.
Ham.
So that tunnel you found down there did bring you up and out, huh? Thank heaven you're okay, Johnny.
Ham, the main thing is that you're all right.
Except for a bump on the head from the butt of his pistol.
Marty Spiller,
Marty Spiller. Sneaked up behind me when I was letting you down there and really laid one on to me. When I came to, I saw him throwing rocks down there at you, so, well, I figured I'd better get up and stop him. I was tying him up just now, then fastening the line so I could work my way down and help you to get back up.
Ham, whatever gave you the idea that I was still alive?
Johnny, if a lousy punk like Spiller could kill off a man like you, well, this I gotta see.
I hope you never do. We brought up Kingsley's body the next morning. The bullet that had killed him before he'd been dropped from the mine shaft had come from Spiller's gun. A simple ballistics test proved that conclusively. So, again, it's up to the courts. Expense account total, $451.80. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week? Well, as you listen to it, just remember that old saying. Ike and Mike, they look alike. And join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Johnny Dollar is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr. Music supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Cliff Carpenter, Bob Dryden, and Sam Raskin. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Warren Sweeney speaking.
Johnny Dollar.
Dollar, this is Ted Orloff.
Orloff?
Yeah, you remember Western Indemnity Company out here in Los Angeles?
Oh, of course, Ted. How are you?
Fine, just fine.
Gee, it's been a long time.
I know. Now, tell me, are you free to come out here? Come out here right away?
I don't know why not. What seems to be the trouble?
One of our clients owns a small bottling plant.
Yeah?
Name is Garrison. Barney Garrison.
Go ahead.
Called me and told me that somebody's pulled an embezzlement on him, taking nearly $170,000 from his till.
Uh-oh.
170 grand, yeah. Well, can you make it? Can you come out here?
I'll pick up a plane schedule and call you back, okay?
Fine.
Okay.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator,
yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Western Indemnity Company, Home Office, Los Angeles, California. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Shadow of a Doubt matter. Expense account item 1, $350 for the call back to Ted Orloff to tell him the best deal I could make was a flight out of Hartford at 7:20 the following morning. Item 2, $185.70 for the plane ticket. When I got to L.A. a few minutes after noon Pacific time, Ted was waiting for me. I piled my luggage into the back of his car and we took off. Now,
Mr. Bernard Livermore Garrison, Barney Garrison.
Owns some kind of a bottling plant.
That's right, soft drinks. You know, root beer, sarsaparilla, lime, orange, the works. And just now, today, as a matter of fact...
Watch it!
Okay, it's okay. But why didn't she signal that turn? Crazy Southern California drive.
We were going pretty fast, Ted.
Been out here 7 years now. 7 years, Johnny, but I can't get used to it. These natives all drive around like an accident, just going somewhere to happen.
Yes, they do.
But like I started to say...
Yeah, Ted.
Somehow, somewhere, Barney Garrison raised himself a lot of money. And he set up this plant.
Who is Ralph Betterly?
He's vice president, and yikes. Crazy California. What's the matter with that guy?
Hey, Ted, seriously, hadn't you better slow down a little?
Now, stop worrying, Johnny.
About Ralph Betterly.
Vice president and business manager, I guess you'd call him, handles the bookkeeping department, that kind of stuff. It's almost a sort of partnership, Johnny. Kind of a partnership. So why those two would ever get together, I'll never know.
Why do you say that?
Well, about as opposite as any two people could ever be. Ralph is a quiet, little, ingrown old man. He isn't really old, probably not more than 2 or 3 years older than Barney. But he looks and acts it. Quiet, meek, responsible citizen.
Mm-hmm.
He and his wife have a nice little home on Pandora Avenue in Westwood.
And Barney Garrison?
Big, well-fed, back-slapping, hail fellow, well-met sort of a guy. Talks to anybody and everybody. A real salesman. He's a bachelor, has a big eye for the gals, and really lives it up. Gets along with anybody, drives an expensive car, has a showy home in Bel Air, has just bought one in Palm Springs, entertains like mad, and, well, you know the type.
I think I do.
Just the opposite of Ralph Betterly, just the opposite.
Well, opposites always attract, they say.
Yeah, I guess they... Hey, what's the matter with you? You crazy or something? Did you see that stop sign? Jerk. You'd think he was the only one on the road.
That was a little close, Ted.
Oh, some of the crooks behind the wheel have absolutely no consideration for anyone else. But as I was saying...
Yes, let's get back to the embezzlement.
Well, Barney called me yesterday, just before I called you. Said he'd been going through the books of the cash on hand. For some reason, they keep a lot of cash on hand.
Mm-hmm.
And as near as he can figure it, there's about $170,000 gone.
I see. Well, what does this Ralph Betterly think about it?
I don't know. I told him we'd call on him after we've seen Barney. So after you've talked to Barney, we'll come back here.
Come back from where?
Palm Springs. That's where Barney called me from, where he's waiting for us.
Oh, I see. Hey, watch the stoplight ahead, will you?
Huh? Oh. No, instead of driving on down there, we'll cut over to Lockheed Airport in Burbank and take a plane. Take his plane.
His plane?
That's right. His own personal private plane.
Well, isn't it just about as fast to drive down there?
Yeah, sure it is, but this is the way he wants it.
Okay. We'll do it the way Barney wants it. Once at the airport, we hopped aboard Garrison's twin-engine Beach. The pilot took off, and in almost less time than it takes to tell about it, we set down at the Palm Springs airport.
He promised to meet us here, but I don't see any sign of him. Not a sign. What time is it, Johnny?
I have exactly 20 minutes after 5?
Sure. That's Eastern time. You forgot to reset your watch.
Oh, of course.
Well, that makes it 20 after 2. Pilot called him, though, so he shouldn't... Huh? What's the matter?
Nothing. I was surprised to see those long, thin clouds up there in this desert sky.
Clouds?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Those are just the kind of tail end of a skywriting job.
Look there behind you. The skywriter's still at it.
Oh, yeah. P-O-P-P-O. Papo?
When he's finished, that'll spell Papola.
What? Well, that's a fine way to decorate an otherwise clean, clear blue sky.
Don't knock it.
Why not?
That's Garrison's brand new product.
Oh.
And like I say, today's the first announcement of it. But now, we're in the Sam Hill... Oh, here he is.
Oh, beat me to it. I'm sorry I have to wait. How are you, Ted boy?
Fine, Barney, just fine.
And you must be Johnny Dollar.
That's right.
How are you, Johnny? Welcome to Palm Springs.
Thanks.
Just wait till you see the new joint I have down here. Now, listen, Ted, I'm afraid you brought him down for nothing.
Why do you say that, Barney?
Well, I used the old noodle. I did some thinking about who might have embezzled 170 G's, and the more I thought, the more sure I got about who did it.
Who?
And I'm willing to bet that if you face up to him and tell him that I'm on to him, he'll break right down and admit it.
Who, Barney?
That so-called partner of mine, Ralph Betterly.
Barney Garrison refused to talk further about the embezzlement until he'd taken us out and showed us through his new home. It was U-shaped and built around the swimming pool, and just about as modern as an expensive resort home could possibly be. It was the kind you see written up in the movie fan magazines and only half believe is true until you see it. Its penchant for entertaining on a big scale was shown by the fully equipped bars. There were 3 of them, one in the pantry, another in the den, and the third one poolside. Only one thing marred the attractiveness of that pool. A huge, gaudy, garish neon sign at one end with the words, "Now is the time to," and below it was an electric clock a couple of feet in diameter with the words, "Drink Popola" on the dial, where the numbers should have been.
You get it, Johnny? Now is the time to... And when you look at the clock, well, sure, you can tell the time all right, but what you're really reading is, "Now is the time to drink Popola."
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, sure. I want to get photographers out here, take shots of the place for all the picture magazines. You know, publicity. So the word Popola's got to show up somewhere, and if they take a picture of me here at the pool, they can't miss it.
I see what you mean.
Well, just to make sure. Yeah, now, look here. Look at these snapshots I took this morning out here myself. Yeah, I used one of those 10-second cameras and rigged a long cable release so as I could get into the pictures, too. See here?
Yeah, I see. Now, about this embezzlement...
Yeah, and see this one? It shows me, shows the clock, shows it was 10:05 a.m., and you see up there in the background, up in the sky?
Oh, yeah, that skywriter we saw, Johnny.
Yeah. Today's the first day for that skywriting bit.
So I understand.
You know, just to announce Popola.
Yes, I know. Now, Barney...
But now, why don't you guys slip into some trunks and let me get some pictures of you out here by the pool?
Well, why don't we get down to business instead? You said you think your partner, Ralph Betterly, took the money?
Oh, yeah.
Why do you think that, Barney?
Well, it's an awful thing to say, Johnny, after working together on this bottling business, but... Well, there comes a time when a guy's got to face the facts.
Well, suppose you give me some of the facts.
Well, to begin with, Ralph isn't a full partner with me. The deal we have only cuts him in for about a quarter of the profits.
I see.
And they've been pretty low, Johnny, on account of the startup costs on Popola. Like I said, the skywriting's only started today, and all the rest of the advertising and promotion. Mighty expensive, too.
I'm sure it is.
Anyhow, with all the money that he's had to spend on hospitals, wife, did you know that she died a couple of days ago, Ted?
No, I didn't, Barney.
Yeah, too bad. Anyway, he's been having a real tough time of it.
And, you think that he would steal from his own company?
He's been pretty desperate. But, Johnny, the real point is, well, I hate to say this, but he's the only one who could.
Why is that?
2 reasons.
Don't you have a lot of employees there at your plant?
Sure, Johnny, quite a few, but outside of me, Ralph is the only one who has the combination of the safe we keep all the cash in. The only one, Johnny. And if that don't put the finger on him, I don't know what does.
I think you said 2 reasons.
Yeah. Number 2, Ralph is the only other one who has any idea how much there was in there.
Do you mind telling me why you kept that much cash on hand?
Oh, so maybe it did seem like a lot, but it takes a lot to run a business, any kind of business.
$170,000?
Sure. But don't you see, I got to have cash to pay off the Mexican boys who... well, that is...
Yes, Barney?
Okay, you're not the cops or the pure food and drug fellows or anything, so you're only a private detective, so I'm going to level with you.
Go on.
Some of the stuff for the Popola mix, a secret ingredient. Well, you know what I mean.
Go on.
Okay, so maybe it doesn't cross the border exactly legal, you know?
Ted, did you know about this?
I certainly didn't.
Now, wait a minute. There's nothing poison or narcotic about it, anything like that. It's only that if those wetbacks are willing to bring it in for me, well, that's why I've got to keep a lot of cash on hand, okay?
Is it? What's okay about running a business like that?
Hey, now, wait a minute, buddy.
Ted, didn't you know what kind of an outfit you were selling indemnity insurance to?
I guess I didn't.
Now, don't get up on any pulpit, Johnny.
Garrison, have you told the police about the embezzlement?
Why should I?
You bet you haven't, because you know you'd have an investigation on your hands that would put you out of business so fast you wouldn't know what hit you.
Oh, yeah? You think I'm not smart enough to cover up if anybody comes poking around? You don't know me, Dollar.
I don't think I care to.
How do you think I got where I am today? Answer me that. You know why? Because I'm smart, that's why. Me, I'm smart enough to get away with anything if I want to.
Don't be too sure of that. Come on, Ted.
Yeah? Now, you listen here, Dollar.
Yes?
If you think you're going out and make trouble for me...
I wouldn't waste the time. Come on, Ted. Let's get on back to L.A.
Yes, Johnny, and believe me, I'll cancel out every policy we have on him.
Sure, go ahead. But you're still going to have to either recover the money or pay me off on this embezzlement.
I'm afraid he's right, Johnny.
Well, I'm not.
And remember what I said. You tell Ralph Betterly I'm wise to him, and I'm betting he'll break down and confess. If he hasn't got conscience all of a sudden and blown his brains out. But you just get me that money.
Item 3 is $50 deposit on a rental car to get us back to Los Angeles, and just as quickly as possible. Because I was really worried now, and I don't mean over that $170,000.
About what then, Johnny?
You have Ralph Betterly's address, Ted?
Sure. Like I told you, he lives in the Westwood section on Pandora Avenue. That's out beyond Beverly Hills.
Yeah, I know. But look, until we get there...
Yeah?
You better do a little praying, Ted.
Praying?
That's right. That this hunch of mine is all wrong. But all the prayers in the world wouldn't have helped. By the time we got to 1308 Pandora... out there in Westwood, the police, including a medico and a couple of the lab crew, had done their work and left. All but a Lieutenant Harvey May. As for what had happened there...
Well, you see, we got a phone call from his business partner, a man by the name of Garrison, called from Palm Springs.
Oh?
Yeah. Said he'd been trying to raise Betterly on the phone, that he was worried about him. So one of the boys in a prowl car drove over, got no answer to the doorbell, but the front door wasn't locked. So we barged in, found Betterly dead, a bullet in his head. I come on over with the doc and the lab crew.
I see. But I figure it, Lieutenant.
Looks like suicide, Lawler, all the way. You know, because of losing his wife and financial troubles and all, and Betterly's prints are on the gun, and only Betterly's.
Suicide?
Well, maybe.
Why do you say that?
Well, had Betterly pulled that gun on himself, there should have been clear powder burns on his head, see? But the doc seemed to think he might have been shot from 6 or 7 feet away. Now, he could be wrong, of course.
Could he? I doubt it.
Yeah? Why?
When was he, well, when did he die?
Doc figures sometime between 9:30 and 11:30 this morning.
And nobody in the neighborhood saw who might have done it? Nobody heard any shots or anything like that?
No, but if you're thinking of that crooked partner of his...
Why not?
Well, he's down there in Palm Springs.
You forgetting, Lieutenant? That's not much more than a 2-hour drive.
But he said he's been down there since late last night. And if he can prove that... look, I know Garrison isn't Lily White.
Oh, you're so right.
But if he can prove he's been down there all day...
Well, Lieutenant, I'm sure that he thinks he can.
Well, then?
And I'm almost sure that I can prove his alibi's a phony.
How, Dollar? And if you
can... Well, that's out of your jurisdiction down there, isn't it?
Well, sure, but all we have to do...
No, don't call him. Not yet. Give me time enough to drive to Palm Springs,
Why?
Well, you do. Maybe I'll bring you back a killer.
Maybe.
But if you tip him off by having the police bust in on him, you can bet your bottom dollar that Barney Garrison will think of some way to worm out of this murder.
You seem pretty sure it was murder.
I'm sure.
And that Garrison did it, huh?
I'm sure of that, too. Well?
Okay, Dollar, go ahead. But I better hear from you in a hurry.
Don't worry, Lieutenant. You will. Thanks. This trip I made alone. After all, why stick out Ted Orloff's neck, too, especially when I wasn't as sure of myself as I'd made the lieutenant think. But too many things added up. If what Ted had told me about Betterly was true, he was hardly the man to pull an embezzlement. But Garrison, if he thought he could get away with it, sure. And with a home in Bel Air and another in Palm Springs, he could certainly use the money. Then there were some other things, like his call to the police to say that he was worried about not being able to reach Betterly by phone. Really worried about him? Or just to make sure the body would be discovered and a time of death set by a lab crew? And as the lieutenant said, to take away any suspicion from himself. Time of death. That was the key of the whole thing. Garrison's alibi. And that's what got me suspicious. The fact that I'd be called on to back up his alibi. And how? Well, a little over 2 hours later, the door of his Palm Springs home opened.
Come on in and have a drink.
Well, not right now.
Come on in, Dollar. Join the party. A little housewarming I'm throwing.
Hello, Barney.
I thought you went away mad this afternoon.
A little noisy in here, isn't it? I decided I'd better come back.
Yeah, attaboy. Incidentally...
Yeah?
I tried to call old Ralph after you left, but I got no answer.
Oh, well, why call him, Barney?
Well, like I said to you, if his conscience ever caught up with him...
Yes, I know. You tried to plant the suicide idea with me pretty solidly this afternoon.
Huh? Now, why do you say plant that way?
Look, where can we talk, quietly for a few minutes?
Oh, Bernie, you're not leaving me all alone, are you?
Well, just for a little while, sugar.
Oh.
You know, just a little business. Come on, Dollar. In my den, right this way. First, wouldn't you like a drink?
No, let's talk first.
All right, sure. Right in here now. Well, sit down, Dollar. Sit down.
Oh, that's better. Thanks.
Now, what did you mean about trying to plant the suicide bit with you?
Same as you were so careful to set your alibi with me.
Alibi? What are you talking about? Now, look, I told you why I think Ralph embezzled that money, and I still think he did. Well, don't you?
No. I think you did, Barney.
Now, this is no time to joke, Dolly.
I'm not joking.
All right, then listen.
Are you pretending you don't know what happened back there in Westwood this morning?
You mean that Ralph...
Are you pretending you don't know Ralph is dead?
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Suicide, huh? That's too bad.
He was murdered, Barney. And you were the first to know because you murdered him.
Now, wait a minute. Look here, Dollar.
Well?
Now, listen. You know that isn't true. Because you know that I was right here in Palm Springs when it happened.
Then you know when it happened.
Well, you said this morning, didn't you?
Yeah, I guess I did.
Yeah, I was right here. And I can prove it.
Can you?
Well, didn't I prove it to you this afternoon?
Did you?
Okay, when was he killed?
Then you admit it wasn't suicide.
Well, I don't admit anything because I haven't got anything to admit. I asked a question. When did he die?
The medico said between 9:30 and 11 a.m.
Hey, see? Well, I was right here at exactly 10:05 a.m. And you know it, and I know it, and I can prove it. So can you.
How?
By that picture I showed you.
That's exactly what I want to see again.
All right, then here. I got it right here in this desk here. Yeah. Now, look. You want to argue with this? You see the clock there in back of me? 10:05, it says. And that can be caught. Sure, and I could have taken that picture some other time, like last week, maybe. Except for just exactly one little thing, Dollar. Well, go on. Look. Look at it.
I'm looking.
You see, up there in the sky, in the background, you see that sky writing? Popola, that's what it says. And the whole population of Palm Springs Bible, that sky writing didn't start until today. Today, you get it?
All right. So you killed him, then tore on out here to reset that clock, take the picture, and have your alibi all ready by the time we arrived.
You're crazy.
Perfect alibi, Barney, except for exactly one little thing, as you put it.
I say you're crazy.
Now, you look at the picture. Your swimming pool runs north and south, doesn't it?
So what?
You face the south, into the camera.
That's right. So what?
So the morning sun coming from the east would have cast your shadow to the west. Over here. Instead, what little shadow there is east of you from the early afternoon sun. Because you reset the clock and took this picture just before we arrived.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, Dollar. Now look, you see this? And it's loaded, baby.
Complete with silencer, hmm?
That's right. So, Dollar... Hiya, Sergeant.
Well, looks like Lieutenant May of the West Los Angeles Department was right, huh?
Now, look,
just let me explain this, huh?
Why bother, Barney? Just give the sergeant the gun. Once again, it's up to the courts. But when the West Los Angeles police run down the $170,000, wherever Garrison put it, and I'm sure they will, he won't have a leg to stand on. Expense account total, call it $450. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, like a lot of other people, I open the trout season, but in a way I don't suggest you try. Believe me. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr., music supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Bob Dryden as Barney Garrison, Bernard Grant as Lieutenant Harvey May, James Stevens as Ted Orloff, Eugene Francis as the police sergeant, and Jocelyn Summers as the girl at the party. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Pat Cannell speaking.
I'm afraid that we have a somewhat serious problem.
Oh?
Or rather, one of our branch officers has. Now, would it be possible for you to come out here and look into it?
I don't see why not. What sort of a problem, Mr. Harkins?
Well, you see, we've had a series of fires, Mr. Dollar, out in Seedy Valley.
Mm-hmm.
That is north of here and just beyond the San Fernando Valley.
Yes, and you think maybe some firebugs at work?
Oh, I do, sir. I definitely do. But until it is proven, well, if you are free to come out and make an investigation for us, I hardly need tell you that we'll be glad to pay all your expenses.
Plus my usual fee.
Of course. You what? Fee, did you say?
That's right.
Well, now, just...
Now, don't worry about it, Mr. Harkins. We can decide on the amount of it after we see how much there is for me to do out there.
No, but in order to justify a fee, Mr.
And just how much of my time it'll take.
Now, hold on here, young man.
Needless to say, if it turns out I'm able to save your company any actual money, I'll expect my usual commission.
Now, look here, sir.
Yes.
Mr. Dollar.
Yes? Well, Mr. Harkins?
Very well. Very well.
Good. I'll see you.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Greater Southwest Insurance Company, Home Office, Los Angeles, California. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the do-it-yourself matter. Expense account item 1, $6 for a cab out to the airport. Item 2, $204.25, plane fare to New York, and a jet heading west. That east to west time differential is a great thing. It meant that we pulled into the new Los Angeles International Airport shortly after noon Pacific time. Item 3, $6.80 for the long cab ride into the big new Lozier building just east of Beverly Hills on Wilshire Boulevard, where Royal J. Harkins keeps an eagle eye on the affairs of Greater Southwest Insurance.
Now, let us get this understood right now, Mr. Dollar, insofar as any fee is concerned.
Now, you just stop worrying, Mr. Harkins. Did I ever hit you with a bill too big on any of the other jobs I've done for you?
Well, no.
Not that I haven't tried.
I beg your pardon.
Now, tell me, what's this all about? A lot of fires, you said.
Yes.
Around the San Fernando Valley.
Now, out beyond that, in what is known as the Seedy Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, do you remember hearing or reading about the terrible Bel Air and Topanga Canyon fires last fall?
Last November? Oh, sure. According to our eastern papers, it was one of the worst disasters that ever hit Los Angeles County.
It certainly was. Over 450 homes were destroyed. Many of them in the fashionable Bel Air section were in the $100,000 to $200,000 class.
So I understand.
Now, many of those homes were owned by wealthy, prominent movie stars and producers and directors. Mansions.
And you had a lot of them insured.
Oh, yes, we certainly did. In other words, Mr. Dollar.
In other words, your company has had to shell out plenty of money.
Yes, Mr. Dollar. It has cost us millions. Literally millions.
Now, what has that got to do with your troubles out in the Simi Valley?
Dollar, the best way for us to recoup some of our losses, I decided, was to simply sell more insurance. More and more insurance. And if you know anything about the tremendous amount of real estate development that's going on out in the Simi Valley, well, now do you?
Well, I understand that all the orange groves and farmland...
Orange ranches, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, sorry, yes.
Yes, with the hundreds of new homes out there, it's opened up a whole new territory for us.
Well, I would think so, and for every other insurance company.
Yes. So the first thing I did was establish an almost completely autonomous branch office in the community of Moore Park.
That's out there in the valley?
Yes, just north of Thousand Oaks.
I see. How autonomous do you mean?
I mean full power to immediately settle all claims. At least all except those that might be questionable for one reason or another. They, of course, are referred back here to the main office, to me.
Well, isn't that rather unusual, Mr. Hopkins?
Well, now, that's one of the best ways a relatively small company like ours can compete with the big ones by close personal service and the settling of all claims fairly and immediately.
I guess you have a point there.
No question of it. And, by the way, a young man simply walked in one day, took our course, passed with flying colors. His name is Harry Walterson and Dulles. He has sold as many policies in the past 3 months as I ever sold in 3 years.
Well, real go-getter.
Yes. Yes, he certainly is. Now, as a result, the premiums have been rolling in, but now, recently.
Yes, let's get to those fires you mentioned.
Oh, yes. When you figure 9 fires in less than 6 weeks, plus the personal property losses that went with them, ruinous.
At least it gives your young friend Walterson a pretty terrific argument for selling more insurance out there.
Yes, of course it does. And under my urging, he's fully capitalizing on it. Every time there's a fire, he's able to sell 10, 15, 20 new policies with no trouble at all. But the premiums on them don't begin to make up for those losses.
Now, tell me, have the police found anything to indicate arson?
Oh, we have reason to be mighty proud of our police and fire departments out here, Mr. Dollar. But they simply cannot keep up with this burgeoning population growth. There simply aren't enough of them, not enough men or facilities. And to answer your question directly, no, they haven't actually found any concrete evidence of arson. Nor has Walterson, although he suspected it once or twice.
I see.
And if you know that valley area, well, do you?
Well,
with its brush-covered hills and plains, canyons, covered with mesquite, sumac, manzanita, chaparral, all of it tinder dry because of our lack of rainfall.
New homes, you said?
Oh, yes.
Are they homes that people are satisfied with after they've moved in and lived there for a while?
Oh, you're thinking perhaps the homeowners themselves have set these fires?
Well, it's just a possibility, and it has been done before, you know.
But a whole series of them.
Well, who else stands to gain? And don't forget this, sir.
Yes.
An idea like that, if it's gotten away with, can spread pretty quickly. You ask the torch squad in any big city. And if that's the case with these fires...
Dollar, you've got to find out. And if it is, put a stop to them before they ruin us.
Item 4, that usual $50 deposit on a rental car. I drove west on Wilshire Boulevard to Sepulveda, north over the Santa Monica Mountains to the valley, west on the Ventura Freeway to Thousand Oaks, and then north to the little town of Moore Park. The Greater Southwest Insurance Office was a spanking new little building of fieldstone and white stucco with picture windows all around. Inside, there was only a reception desk, half a dozen girls with typewriters and calculating machines, and down at the end, the private office of Harry Walterson, who got right to the point.
The homeowners themselves setting these fires?
Well, it's a possibility, isn't it?
No, sir, Dollar. And I'll tell you why.
Excuse me, do you mind if I just close this door for a second?
No, go right ahead.
Yeah, now. Maybe we can hear each other now.
I guess I'm conditioned to all that racket out there.
You'd have to be. You have a mighty busy little place here.
Well, after all, if I'm going to make any money for the company. But as I started to say... excuse me.
Go right ahead.
Walterson. Oh, yes, Mr. Pretty. Yes, sir, your policy will be mailed out to you tonight. Well, I'm glad you did, too. Yes, sir. Yes, that last one scared me, too. But if you talked with Mrs. Hatcher, you know how fast we paid off on that. Yes, sir, just part of our regular service.
Good boy.
Okay, Mr. Pretty, and thank you. Now, let's see, Dollar. I was... Oops, here's another. Walterson. Burton? Oh, yes, of course, Mr. Burton. Well, fine. Yes, I think you're very wise. And the increase in premium is only negligible.
Of course.
Take care of it right away, Mr. Burton, and I thank you. Sorry, Dollar.
It's all right.
Betty, add those 2 outbuildings to the Burton policy. And listen, just hold any calls for me for a while. Now,
you said that you don't think that the folks themselves could have set any of those fires.
Because those are all brand new homes, and they're nice ones.
Mm-hmm.
People, families that go to the trouble and expense of moving into a section like that, they want to stay.
Yeah, I would suppose so.
And listen, Dollar, no policy ever gives complete coverage. You know, because of the personal things, the stuff with sentimental value.
Sure.
Yet those things have gone up with the rest. And do you think the folks that endanger the lives of their kids? Yet there have been a couple of mighty narrow escapes. One cute little pair of twins that I myself saved. But most important of all, Dollar...
Yeah.
You don't know the people who got burned out. I do. Sure, there might have been one questionable character among them, like the one who had the first blaze. But the rest, no, sir. I'd stake my bottom dollar on it.
What about that first one?
Old man Orloff? Sure, he was a crackpot, Johnny. You mind if I call you Johnny?
No, please. Be my guest.
Sure, he hated having so many new people move in around him. But you know what I think started that one?
What, Harry?
A lot of dead grass and weeds and dried out bushes. And over in the corner of the lot was a pile of broken bottles he'd thrown out.
That might have acted like a magnifying lens.
Yes, sir. County firemen thought so, too.
Orloff.
But that wouldn't account for the rest of them. Because they all started at night. So somebody, somehow, somebody... And yet I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about the arson angle.
Tell me, has there been any particular pattern about these fires?
Well, I don't know exactly what you mean by pattern, Johnny, but they've all had one thing in common.
What's that?
They've always started on a windy night. And this time of year, we have quite a few of them. Look out the window there. You see the dust beginning to kick up?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and every time I see it, I start getting worried again.
No, I can't say I blame you, Harry.
But hey, it's getting dark already. Any plans for dinner, Johnny?
Well, I thought I'd better get back to Los Angeles and find myself a hotel for the night.
Some real good places to eat out here in the valley. Say, why don't you and I just... Oh, wait. I better make sure it's okay for me to leave. Betty, any calls, any callbacks I ought to make before I... Huh? What else? Gone? Oh, you're kidding. Okay.
Well?
Sorry, Johnny, but it looks like 2 or 3 hours at this telephone for me. Can't let down the clients.
Oh, the prospective clients.
Right.
All right. I'll see you in the morning then, Harry.
Good. And believe me, Johnny, if I can be of any help to you. Oh, nuts. Walterson. Oh, yes, Mrs. Duval. Sorry, Johnny.
Take it easy, Harry. You'll live longer.
Now, how can I help you, Mrs. Duval?
Instead of going back to L.A., I grabbed a bite to eat. That's item 5, $1.70. Then prowled around until I found a county fire chief at his home down in Thousand Oaks. I'm afraid he wasn't much help, though.
Sure, Dollar. We always look around for signs of arson, too, when there's a string of fires like that. When we don't find a thing, what can we do? And don't forget, until people stop building those little frame houses, until we get some laws with teeth in them, we'll make people clean up the brush and old dried-up grass around their places. You know all it takes to start one of those fires?
What, Chief?
Just one live cigarette tossed out of somebody's car. I tell you, the American motorist is the worst firebug ever lived.
Afraid I'll have to go along with you on that, Chief. All too often it makes them killers, too.
Yes, sir. Sure, I agree with you. There's been too many fires in that one section. And with more people coming in all the time than we're ready for, people don't know how to handle this dry, brushy country. By the time we or any other department can get to some of those places, why, it's too late. Fire's done its work. There's nothing left to do but... Oh, excuse me.
Go ahead.
Chief Barter. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Well, want to come along?
What?
Right on cue, Dollar. Another fire.
Oh, where?
Where else? Up in the Simi Valley.
Let's go.
Most of us have problems, business and financial worries, family troubles, or personal difficulties. They can build up strains and tensions that, if improperly controlled, can develop into mental illness, America's #1 health problem. There are many effective ways of treating mental illness, but the most effective method is to prevent it before it starts. Write for the free booklet, How to Deal with Mental Problems. The address is Box 3000, New York 1, New York.
As the Chief suspected, by the time we got out to this newest fire up in the Simi Valley, we were too late. Another of the nice, new little houses had burned to the ground. The firemen had been able to keep it from spreading to other nearby properties, but that was all. The Chief and I both talked to the owner, but he wasn't able to give us the slightest clue as to how the fire had started. And after talking to him, I'd be willing to swear that he had nothing to do with it. Using a hand lamp, I went over not only the remains of the house, but all of the other property, too, inch by inch, until it was nearly midnight. The piles of ashes from brush and grass and tree cuttings on the windward side where apparently somehow the fire had started. There was nothing. Absolutely nothing.
No, Dollar. I'm afraid it was just some crazy kid or a drunk in a passing car that flipped out a lighted cigarette. With this much wind, the whole place went up in a flash.
No.
I just hope he finds out about it and has brains enough to have a conscience that'll plague him for the rest of his life.
I'm afraid that won't help this poor man and his wife and those two youngsters.
Don't you worry about him, Johnny.
No, hi, Harry.
Mr. Alderson?
Hi, Chief. Son of a gun, it's happened again, hasn't it?
Sure has. How'd you find out about it?
Well, one of my neighbors where I live in Moore Park. I guess he'd been over here giving you boys a hand.
Oh?
I just got back from Hollywood where I'd gone to see a show at Grauman's Chinese, and he stopped me at the front gate. Told me about it.
Well, if he was so interested as to come all the way over here, maybe you better give me his name, Mr. Walterson.
Sure, it was old Timothy Hamlin. You know him, Chief.
Yeah. He was here even before we got here.
Oh, now, wait. If you think old Tim would do a thing like this.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Anyhow, Johnny, don't you worry about these people here. I'll put them up in a motel for the night at company expense and then pay them off in full first thing in the morning.
Item 6, $10 for a comfortable motel on Ventura Boulevard. After a late breakfast the next morning, I drove back to Harry's office and watched him pay off the unfortunate but grateful people who'd lost their home. Then I watched him accept application after application from people who now, after this latest fire, suddenly decided they'd better have insurance or add to what they already had. The people streamed in and out of there in droves. Finally, at about 1:30 p.m., Harry closed the door of his private office long enough for a quick sandwich.
Yeah, it's, It's pretty awful that you have to be scared into buying insurance this way, Johnny. But by golly, they need it. They know it now. We'll give it to them.
They're a pretty scared lot.
Main problem is to keep them from over-insuring, throwing their money away. More coffee?
No, thanks.
But I check pretty carefully before issuing the actual policies, you know. Hey, you and the chief find out anything?
Well, it doesn't look so.
Well, I sure hope you do.
Well, not me, I'm afraid.
Huh?
Harry, I have to fly on back to Hartford.
Oh, no.
Yeah, sorry, but that's the way it is.
Oh, but if somebody is setting these, well, Johnny, all I can promise is I'll sometime get to the bottom of it.
Somebody better. Item 7, $314, covers a lot of things. First of all, a weekly rate for me at the motel. Then a phone call to Pat Fuller at Universal Adjustment Bureau back in Hartford, a sort of clearinghouse for information on claims made to companies throughout the whole country. Then a while later, when he called me back...
Well, yes, Johnny, your guess was right. Greater Southwest is the only company that's had to pay on fire losses out there in the Simi Valley lately, and 9 or 10 of them in a row.
Okay, Pat. Thanks.
But what do you think it means, Johnny?
Well, what I think, Pat...
Yeah?
I don't like. I'll see you. Item 7 also covers deposits on 2 more rental cars and a beat-up farm truck, so I'd never have to drive the same vehicle twice in succession. And it covers several changes of clothes, including the sort of stuff the local farmers wear and some hats. Also, a couple of the biggest tank-type fire extinguishers I could find. I kept them with me all the time. Then I started the longest, most careful tailing job I ever attempted. Why? Because I'd suddenly remembered an old phrase from my high school days from, believe it or not, my class in Latin. Cui bono. Who benefits? And how benefits? Not by burning down their own homes. As Harry had said, all the insurance money in the world couldn't completely make up for a loss. No, the one big beneficiary of all those fires was the man who collected a nice fat commission on the policies, and all the nice new policies that he sold as a direct result of those fires. I followed Harry Wallison 24 hours a day, even slept in one of my rental cars parked out near his home. And then finally, one moonlit, windy night, and thank the good Lord for that moon, when he slipped out, got into his car, and headed up into Simi Valley, I, with my lights off, was only a few hundred yards behind him. When he stopped, got out, and walked quietly over to a new little home with a lot of dried-out shrubbery at one side, I knew I'd guessed right. Oops.
There we are. That'll do it. Yeah, it's gonna be okay.
Be a lot better if we put this to work on it.
Johnny.
That's right.
Listen,
Save
Johnny.
it, Harry. Here, you get that extinguisher going while I use this one.
Johnny, now...
Go on, Harry. Use it. That dry stuff is going up fast. Go on.
I suppose I might as well, huh?
Yep. You might as well.
How'd you know, Johnny?
By remembering my Latin. He didn't have a leg to stand on. He knew it. And he confessed to the whole dirty, rotten business. For my money, they can lock him up for life, because if there's one thing I can't take, it's a crooked insurance man. I'm glad they're few and far between. Expense account total, including car mileage and the trip back to Hartford, $833.70. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, I'll be back with another exciting story. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Johnny Dollar is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr., music supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Herb Duncan as Harry Walterson, Raymond Edward Johnson as Royal J. Harkins, Joseph Julian as the fire chief, and John Thomas as Pat Fuller. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Bill Gillian speaking.
Dollar, do you by any chance happen to remember a case you accidentally got yourself involved in just 4 weeks, 3 days, and 13 hours ago?
What?
In the course of which you saved a man's life?
Well, if you're talking about that federal man, the fellow from the Bureau... Wait a minute. Hal?
Yeah.
Hal Leonard.
That's right.
You're okay again.
I sure am. Hale, hearty, and back to normal.
Well, thank goodness for that.
But if you hadn't just happened to walk in from the back room of Becker's print shop that night, Johnny, I'd be pushing up the well-known daisy.
Oh, I don't know about that, Hal.
Well, I do, and I'll be eternally grateful, Johnny.
Oh, forget it.
But you didn't answer my question. Do you remember just what happened that night?
Well, of course. The miracle is that you remember now.
Yeah, I guess it is. Believe me, complete amnesia is nothing to laugh at.
Yeah, the wallop on the head that character gave you must have been a dilly.
One more like it would have killed me. But then you walked in like the U.S. Marines.
Will you forget it?
Forget it, huh?
Sure. I mean, after all, it was just a matter of luck, my being there in the back room of that shop. And all because I had the mistaken idea that Becker was fencing some loot from a burglary job.
Instead, you uncovered his real racket, the one I was investigating.
Well, let's say I stumbled on it.
So, what happens?
I don't know. What happens?
You, one Johnny Dollar, the real hero of that fracas, end up eligible for a nice long prison term.
Well, that's just a matter of... What?
Sure.
Prison term?
That's what I said.
For what?
Possession.
Possession of what?
Of evidence.
Evidence?
Yeah, think now. Weren't you busy packing a lot of the stuff you'd found into the back of your car when you heard him slug me and came barging in on us?
Holy smoke, Hal, you're right.
So, where is it now?
Still in the back of my car.
And you know the penalty for possession, so maybe I better fly up there and take it off your hands.
Oh, I'll be waiting, Hal.
I'll be there.
Okay.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Worldwide Mutual Insurance Company, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Takes a Crook matter. So help me, I'd forgotten all about that evidence I'd picked up at Becker's shop. And of course the federal boys would want it, would need it to prosecute their case. The reason I'd forgotten it was because I hadn't used my car for some 4 weeks. All my investigations had been out of town. Well, it would only take Hal a couple of hours to get up from Washington. I could simply meet his plane and... Johnny Dollar.
Les Walters, Johnny, over here at Worldwide Mutual.
Oh, of course. How are you, Les?
You want to take a run over here to see me?
What about?
Well, you ever hear of the Moray Madonna?
The what?
It's a painting, an oil painting, and a pretty famous one.
Oh, sure. It was the pièce de résistance in that exhibition over at the Manhart Galleries.
Yeah, that's the one. Painted by Marcel Moray and worth a couple of $100,000.
Hal, why anybody would ever pay $200,000 for an impressionistic atrocity like that is something I will never understand.
Well, the point is, friend, somebody did. We insured it to the hilt, and now it's gone.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Can you get on it right away?
Well, almost right away.
Now, what do you mean by that?
Well, Les, I have to stick around for a while to meet one of Uncle Sam's boys coming up from Washington.
Aha, they finally caught up with you. Happy days in the clink.
You know something, Les?
Yeah?
For what I have in my possession, I could be locked up for life.
You're like what, Johnny?
Well, I don't think I'd better go into it. But as soon as he gets here and picks it up...
Well, when'll that be?
Well, according to a timetable, he should pull into the airport around 7:05 p.m.
Well, now, look, I'm working late on this thing, so, well, in the meantime, why don't you come on over here and let me tell you what I know about this stolen painting?
Good idea. Why not?
Okay, good.
I'm on my way. Well, looks like a busy evening ahead. Instead of calling for a taxi, the usual procedure when I was on expense account, I decided to use my own car. It would give me a chance to make certain that all important evidence in the federal case was still safely locked up in the trunk. Matter of fact, on the way down to my garage, I decided that it might be a better idea to take the stuff out, take it back up to my apartment where I could check it over. Now remember this. It was nearly 5 p.m. of a dark and cloudy day. My unlighted garage is at the back of the apartment building, but faces out toward the sidewalk in the street. And it has one of those quick lift doors on it. There wasn't much in the way of traffic or pedestrians. Here we are. Now, first we make sure the stuff is still in here. Yep, sure is. Now, if I can just pile these stacks together, and carry them upstairs in one load. There we are. Ooh, brother, when I think of all the people who would like to get Hey, wait a minute. Who slammed down the door out there?
Not out there, mister.
What?
I'm right in here. Ah!
Just when I came to, I'm not sure. But as I lay there on the floor of my garage, I wondered for a few minutes if my skull was still in one piece. It was, but there was a very fancy lump on the back of it, and I was so dizzy I could hardly get to my feet. I managed to feel my way to the door, painfully pushed it up and open, and in what little light came across from one of the street lamps, saw just exactly what I expected. The trunk of my car was still open and very, very empty. I must have been hit pretty hard because I passed out again for a few minutes. Then I got up again and staggered around to the front door of my apartment house, though I could barely make out where I was going. I half remembered stuffing something into the pocket of my jacket. Something I'd all the while had tightly clenched in my right hand. In the foyer, I clumsily stumbled against a man who was pushing a doorbell under one of the mailboxes.
Hey, take it easy, old man.
I'm sorry,
Have yourself a little too much... Johnny.
What?
Johnny, what happened to you?
Oh,
here. Let me give you a hand.
Hal.
Yeah. Here now.
Hal, let it...
Yeah. Say, it looks like somebody really worked you over.
Listen.
Now, you listen. Let's get you upstairs to your apartment and find out what this is all about. Got away with all of it, huh?
Yeah, I'm afraid so, Hal. Oh.
Now, just lie still and take it easy, will you?
Oh, boy. Yeah, sure, Hal.
You, want another little snort of this?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. All I want is just to lie here and sleep for about 3 weeks, that's all.
Well, you do that while I run this thing down. Now, Johnny, you're sure you didn't get a look at him?
Oh, Hal, when he yanked the door down behind my back, inside the place was just dark as pitch.
But you left the garage open.
Yeah. And, wait a minute, somewhere in this pants pocket here.
Yeah?
I have the keys to the garage and the keys to my car in case you need it.
Okay. Now, you get some sleep. I'll be back in time to get you some breakfast, if not before.
Oh, thanks, Al. You are a good man. You know something? I think I might have slept for 3 weeks. If it hadn't been for the telephone there beside my bed. You know something else? That darn instrument gets me up and going like nothing else in the world. Johnny Dollar.
Johnny, where under the sun have you been?
Les.
Yeah, that's right, Les Walters. I waited around my office until after 7 o'clock, then I left word with the watchman and came on home. When I still didn't hear from you by, let's see, it's after 10:30. What happened to you anyway?
Oh, plenty, Les. I just couldn't make it.
Well, I hope you can now.
Sure.
Well, look, to save time, instead of coming over here to my place, you go see Mr. Thaddeus Brittingham, the man the painting was stolen from. He can tell you more than I can. Let's see, he lives in apartment 7B at the Selfridge.
The Selfridge?
Yeah, you know, that fancy, big, new apartment building over on the other side of town.
7B.
That's right, 7B. I'll phone him and tell him that you're coming.
Yeah, Les, you do that. But instead of going over to the Selfridge, I ran up item 1. Item 1? At this stage of the game? Anyhow, it's 90 cents for a taxi to a rooming house of a character who calls himself Little Willie. To put it bluntly, Little Willie is a stool pigeon. One of the few that even the police don't know about. And they know most of them. The reason I picked on him was because of his almost uncanny knowledge of art thieves and their activities.
Oh, hiya, Johnny.
Willie, I've got $50 I thought maybe you might find some use for.
Only 100, Johnny? When I've been just sitting here waiting for you to pay me a visit?
Oh? About what?
That Moray Madonna. What else? And ain't it worth 100 if I can tell you where to look?
All right, Willie. 100.
You see, I know there was something up when I seen him sitting there day after day.
Who, Willie? Sitting where?
At that gallery.
The gallery, hmm?
But just looking wasn't enough, I guess. So that's when he took it. Took it home to copy it.
Who, Willie?
And him being one of the best copyists ever lived. Why, Johnny, he could almost fool the artist himself. But listen.
Yeah?
You better get on him pretty fast. He never made a copy unless he had a customer. And with the wad he'll get for a copy of that Madonna, well, he ain't going to stay around. He'll get out of the country.
Willie.
150, did you say, Johnny? And that painting worth a couple of $100,000?
Okay.
Okay. Old Charlie Starkey.
Charlie Starkey? Out of the pen again, hmm?
Yeah.
Where'll I find him, Willie?
He's been renting a room at 324 South Crocus.
Good.
But if he's already finished his copy and made a sale...
Willie, let me worry about that. Item 2, the $150 I mailed in cash to Little Willie on the way out of my apartment. I should have waited, because item 3 is $1.70 for a taxi over to another dingy little rooming house at 324 South Crocus. But I got there too late. Yep, old Charlie Starkey, his mission accomplished, had paid off his landlady, a character by the name of Sally Botts, and had taken a powder.
Yeah, he's gone. Not more than a half hour ago.
I see. Well, okay, Mrs. Botts.
And I'll say this, mister. He sure left in a big hurry.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Left all his paint pots and stuff and all his extra clothes behind. Oh, all sorts of stuff.
Oh? Wait a minute.
Yeah? Now what's the matter, mister? Don't you believe me?
Mrs. Botts.
Well, look. Looky here. Here's the money that he paid me off with. See?
Okay, but the only thing I want to look at now is... Wait a minute.
What?
That money, let me see that. Just let me have that a minute.
This money?
Yeah, let me see it.
What's the matter with it? You think maybe it's marked or something?
Marked? You bet it is. And Mrs. Botts, you don't know how well.
Hey!
Come along. I want to look at his room. Sure enough, carefully rolled up and parked in a closet where sooner or later it was bound to be discovered, was the Moray Madonna. Okay, part of my job was done. Item 4, another $1.70 for a cab back to my apartment where I stashed the painting away. And then, now, don't try to get ahead of me, ahead of this report, I mean, because it couldn't have been old Charlie Starkey who'd made the attack on me to get the stuff out of the back of my car. He wasn't the type. He wasn't strong enough to have laid me out that way. And the voice I'd heard certainly hadn't been his. But I suddenly remembered that when whoever it was slugged me the first time there in the dark garage, I'd made a grab for him and had torn away part of his clothing. And what I had clutched in my hot little fist was still in the pocket of my jacket. I took a look. It was a small piece of paper, a receipted bill issued to a Mr. Harvey Twiller, a name that didn't mean a thing. But it was a receipt for rental paid for an apartment. And where? At the Selfridge. Then things started adding up. Item 5, $2 for a cab across town to the Selfridge, where the uniformed doorman had ideas that didn't quite fit into my plans.
27B, Mr. Brittingham's apartment?
No.
Well, yes, of course, sir, because I know that he's expecting you.
I know he is, but you see...
But I can't let you go up to see Mr. Twiller, who hasn't told me that he's expecting you, unless I call him up and announce you.
Now, look, take a look at my credentials. Here.
Special investigator?
That's right.
Well, I suppose that does make it a little different, sir.
So where is he?
But are you sure I hadn't better announce you first?
Yes, I'm quite sure. Well?
Very well, sir. He's in 5A.
Okay.
Come in. It's open. Come on in.
Well, Scotty Bagney.
You're surprised, Dollar? That means my alias Harvey Twiller did fool you.
Did it, Scotty?
Well, it must have, mustn't it? Or you'd be the one holding a gun instead of me.
So you're out of the pen, too, hmm?
For quite a while now, Dollar. Quite a while.
I knew I should have recognized your voice there in my garage.
Ah. When I saw you here at the door just now, I thought you had. That you'd seen through my alias. But now, since I do hold this gun on you, I suggest that you come in, close the door, and carefully remove your own gun and drop it on the floor.
I suppose I haven't any choice, have I?
None whatsoever. That's the good lad. Now, kick it over here. Thank you. Now, sit down, please.
Why not? But tell me, Scotty.
How I happen to know what you had in the trunk of your car?
Mm-hmm.
I heard about the job in Becker's print shop, so I've been tailing you. And since I occasionally have need of that sort of thing that you had in your car trunk, I belted you and purloined it, as we say in the trade. I'm sorry, though, that you found me.
Oh, you should be.
Well, you misunderstand me. I mean, because I've got to kill you now, Dollar. Now.
Don't, Scotty.
Hal.
Drop the gun.
Very well. Who are you, sir?
Well, so you found him first, huh, Johnny?
Oh, I'm mighty glad you did too, Hal, but how come?
There's prints on the door of your garage. Here's your gun.
Thanks.
I got an ID on the prints. The local police steered me to a couple of stoolies who knew about them, and here I am. You found the stuff?
No.
Nor will he, my friend. You see, I made a little purchase with it, with most of it, that is.
Purchase?
Don't you get it, Hal?
I'm afraid not.
The painting.
The Moray Madonna?
Or rather, a copy of it.
Copy? What are you talking about?
One of the oldest gags in the world. You see, Bagney here somehow got next to another old crook by the name of Charlie Starkey.
Yes, I met him in prison, but what do you mean when you said that the painting I have...
Hold it, Scotty, and listen.
Yeah, very well.
Now, go on, Johnny.
He found out, of course, that Charlie had been sent up for stealing fine artworks, that he knew his stuff and was one of the best.
Until he got caught.
Yes.
But, go on.
What Scotty didn't learn, though, was that old Charlie was not only an artist himself, but a copyist. As good as they come.
A copyist?
So here was the deal, and you can call me on it if I'm wrong, Scotty.
Well, no, listen, please.
Just shut up, Scotty. Go on, Johnny.
Scotty, with his fancy manners and good clothes, was a pretty successful fence for good artwork. He always knew enough of the spoiled, filthy rich who'd buy, even though they realized the stuff was stolen. And when he learned that old Charlie was a master at lifting such things, well, he just couldn't wait to team up with him and get hold of the Moray Madonna. What he didn't know, though, was that Charlie was more of a nut than a crook. That he'd only steal the stuff long enough to take it home and copy it.
$1.
No kidding. And later, he'd sneak it back. Or just let it be found somewhere. Meantime, of course, he'd pass on the copy for a price to a sucker like Scotty here.
Oh, I don't believe it. Dollar, look at the painting. It's there in the closet.
You admit you have it.
Well, now you've tagged me. You'd find it anyway, so go ahead. It's there in the closet.
You mean the copy is?
No. The original. It has to be. Don't you see, I already made a deal to sell it to a millionaire down in New York. Well, go on, look at it.
I don't need to, Scotty. The original is locked up in my apartment.
It can't be.
And it is the original. So that is that.
Okay, good work, Johnny. You've done your job, but now what about mine? Where's the evidence from that operation in the printing shop that I came to get from it?
Oh, that'll show up, Hal.
And that's what I'm afraid of, in dribs and drabs all over the country.
Oh, no, I mean right here.
What?
Sure, thanks to our good friend Scotty.
Thanks to me?
I'm afraid I don't get it, Johnny.
Well, I'm sure that I don't.
I'm only surprised it hasn't already shown up. Oh, wait a minute, maybe some of it is right here now.
What?
Why don't you take a look through Scotty's pockets? He said that most of it went for the painting, not all. In that case... Now, be quiet, both of you. Over here with me, Hal, but keep that gun on him.
Right.
Scotty, don't move.
Don't worry.
Come in, it's open. Come in.
Scotty, you crook. This money you gave me for the painting. Look at it.
There's your evidence, Hal.
What's the matter with it?
What's the matter? It's counterfeit, that's what it is.
Counterfeit?
Look at it, all of it. Counterfeit, phony.
Just like the painting you sold him, Charlie.
What? Who are you?
You'd be surprised, my friend.
Now, don't move, either of you. Thanks, Johnny.
Yep, there it is, Hal, your evidence.
Yeah?
Except for whatever Scotty may have held out for himself. It's kind of a quadruple play, wouldn't you call it? Dollar to Scotty, to Charlie, to you. Happy now?
Real happy.
It's kind of a complicated mess, I know. But the painting is back to its owner. The counterfeit money is recovered. I'm in the clear with Uncle Sam. And all is well. Expense account total? Why not just pay me the commission on that lovely Madonna? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a couple of sweet little old men. Real characters. Especially one of them. The killer. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Truly, Johnny Dollar is written by Jack Johnstone. Produced and directed by Bruno Zerato, Jr. Music supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Martin Blaine as Hal Leonard, Ralph Bell as Scotty Bagney, Jack Grimes as Les Walters, Leora Thatcher as Mrs. Botts, Bill Kramer as Little Willie, Guy Rep as the doorman, and Louis Van Ruten as Charlie Starkey. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Art Hanna speaking. Where songs are king, hear Richard Hayes sing weeknights on the CBS Radio Network.
At the crossroads of the Empire State, this is WROW Music, Albany.
Hello, I'm Beaven Horn, one of your welcome wagon hostesses in Colony.
Johnny Dollar.
This is Harvey Weller at Tri-Eastern Indemnity Associates here in New York.
I think I know what you're calling about, Mr. Weller.
You do?
Little matter of $100,000 in diamonds that disappeared from McDilby's jewelry outfit down your way.
Yes.
Just got the word over the radio.
Well, tell me, are you free to work on it?
Have you thought of what my commission on that stuff will be if I manage to recover it for you?
No, I hadn't, but now let me see.
All right, you figure it out while I grab a plane.
Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator,
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Tri-Eastern Indemnity Associates, New York City office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the hot chocolates matter. Expense account item 1, 1645, taxi to Bradley Field in a plane to New York's Idlewild. Item 2, 520 for a cab to McDilby's house at Jewels on Madison near 57th. A sign on the door said closed, so I walked in and joined a sad-faced mob of clerks and cops.
Now, just a minute, mister. Didn't you see that sign? Johnny!
Hi, Randy. I might have known the indomitable Lieutenant Randolph Singer would be in charge.
Yeah, here I am. But how'd you find out about it so soon? It only happened 2-3 hours ago.
I'll never underestimate the power of radio, Randy. Now, what's the plot?
Well, Johnny...
Here it is, Lieutenant Singer.
Huh? Oh, right, Mr. McDilby. Thanks.
And if we find anything else missing that is not on that list...
Yeah, you be sure and let me know.
I certainly shall.
Here, meet Johnny Dollar. He's a special investigator.
Mr. Dollar, I am very glad to see you, sir.
How are you?
Yeah, Johnny's a special investigator for the insurance company.
Yes. I know all about him. Lieutenant, Mr. Dollar, you can count on me as a great admirer of both you personally and the fine work that you do.
Well, I thank you, Mr. McDilby.
Now, perhaps we'll be able to get to the bottom of this.
Now, if that's supposed to mean you didn't expect us to get to the bottom of it, McDilby...
You heard the man, Randy.
No, of course not, Lieutenant. But I am glad that Mr. Dollar is here to work with you.
Oh, sure. He'll be a lot of help.
If you don't get in my way.
If I don't...
Now, at about how much do you figure the total loss, Mr. McDilby?
Fush, I'm afraid it's close to $104,218.51 approximately.
Approximately?
Yeah, that's what it comes to on this list.
Tell me, were there any witnesses to the robbery?
Have you had any word on poor Mr. McDuggan, Lieutenant?
Yeah, I checked with Bellevue Hospital just before Johnny got here.
And?
Well, they doubt very much if the old man will pull through.
Terrible. My heart is filled with grief to hear that.
Who is McDuggan, Randy?
The old night watchman. Whoever did this job came in just before opening time, tore him up with a .38, and then just helped himself.
To approximately $104,200.
Yes, you told me. How did he get in, Randy? I mean, after all, if there was a night watchman on duty...
And a good one. McDuggan was not only a personal friend, but an old and very, very faithful employee.
Well, there was no sign of tools on the doors or windows, Johnny, and the burglar alarm was still on, so either he somehow got hold of a key or McDuggan let him in.
Somebody that McDuggan knew, then.
Possibility, all right. But now it looks like you'll never be able to tell us.
Terrible.
Now, who came in here and found out what had happened? You, Mr. McDilby?
No, sir. It was Miss Tavish, my chief clerk, who always opens up the store. Would you like to have a word with her?
Later, maybe. These people here, are they all your employees?
Yes, sir. Only one that's missing is Daniel Fairling, cleaning boy.
Oh, don't worry, Johnny. I've already ordered a rundown on all of them and put out an APB on young Fairling.
Well, you're improving, Randy.
Well, thanks, pal.
Now, does anybody beside you know the combination of the safe, Mr. McDilby?
No, sir. But the safe wasn't touched.
Do you mean that you left over $100,000 worth of stuff lying around out here in the showroom?
Ordinarily, no, sir. But we closed up so late last night after a special sale we were having. And was McDuggan on the job?
McDuggan's in Bellevue,
Right, but now listen, Johnny.
I'll see you later. Item 3, $1 even for a cab to Bellevue Hospital. As I stepped off the elevator at the 4th floor and started toward the door of McDuggan's room, a familiar young policeman was trying to hail a pretty young nurse at the other end of the corridor who misunderstood his intentions and was pointedly ignoring him.
Oh, no, listen, baby, I'm not trying to make a pass, honest.
I'm busy, Buster.
Look, I only want you to... Oh, Dollar. Listen, am I glad to see you?
Hi, Rogan. What's the trouble?
Listen, the doc just left and he says McDuggan's got himself conscious again.
Oh?
Yeah. Only for a little while, see, though. Till a couple of minutes, maybe. No big curtains for him. Just about gone.
Have you notified Lieutenant Singer?
Oh, no. He gave me orders to stay right here. When I tried to call that nurse, she thought,
Well, she thought that maybe,
Sure. Look, Rogan, I'll tell you what we'll do.
Yeah?
You go down to the first floor to the main desk. There's a telephone there. I'll keep an eye on this room while you call the lieutenant and tell him to get over here.
Yeah, good. Well, there ain't any phones on this floor?
Well, the stairway's over there at the far end of the corridor. You won't have to wait for an elevator.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Dollar. Thanks a lot.
Now, let's see. Mr. McDuggan? Mr. McDuggan, can you hear me?
Ask.
Yes? Ask somebody something? Who?
Ask. Fairling.
Fairling?
Danny Fairling.
He did this to you?
Ask Danny.
Mr. McDuggan. Mr. McDuggan.
Nurse, get a doctor in here quickly.
This time I tore on down the stairs to get to one of the phone booths I'd noticed on my way in, but as I reached the second floor landing...
Oh, why don't you watch? Oh, Dollar.
Listen, Rogan, did you get Randy's finger?
Yeah. Lieutenant's coming right over, but, hey, you left old man McDougan alone?
You get on back to him and hope he lives until Randy gets here.
Oh, yes, sir.
In the phone book, I found only one Daniel Fairling listed. Item 4, another dollar for another cab to a shoddy apartment building in a section the other side of the Williamsburg Bridge, not too far from the docks that line that side of the East River. The push button beside the name Fairling in the outer lobby didn't work. Then I found that the front door was open. I went in, up a rickety stairway to start looking for apartment 3B. Let's see now. Here we are. Danny, open up. Danny Fairling?
Hey, what's the racket? What's all the noise? What's the matter with you?
I'm looking for Mr. Daniel Fairling.
Well, you won't find him here.
What?
Only his missus. He moved out.
Oh, to where?
Only it looks like they're going to patch things up again like they always do, and then he'll be back.
What do you mean?
Some fancy delivery boy was here a while ago, delivering a box of fancy chocolates to her. That's what I mean. So, if you ask me...
You know where I can find him?
Well, he works to one of them fancy jewelry stores up on Madison Avenue. But why don't you ask her?
Well, I did, but there's no answer.
Well, I didn't see her go out, so knock some more.
Well, I'll try, but I don't know if... What was that?
What was it?
Inside the apartment. Do you have a key?
No, sir, and the landlady, she's out. What was that?
I don't know. While I break in the door, get to a phone, will you, and call the police?
You're going to break down the door?
Yes, go on. Will you please?
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. It wasn't pretty. The bomb had been inside the box of candy. It had gone off, and the Fairling woman had opened it, plastering wall, ceiling, and floor with bits of chocolate. As for Mrs. Fairling, young or old, beautiful or homely, nobody can tell now.
Okay. I called the cops, mister, and they're coming right over.
All right, good. Will you stay here until they arrive?
Yeah, but did you find out what the... Oh, no. Oh. She was such a pretty one, too.
Item 5, 10 cents for a phone call to Lieutenant Singer's office at the 18th Precinct.
Yeah, Johnny, I got there. But just in time to watch old McDuggan die, and without saying a word. So, what about you? You have any luck when you saw him?
He was able to say only one thing to me, Randy.
Yeah? What was it?
The name of that cleaning man that McDilby mentioned to us this morning.
The one that's missing? Danny Fairling?
Uh-huh. But all he said about him was...
Well, then we're in luck. We're really in luck.
Why do you say that?
You hop in a cab and get on over here.
Look, Randy.
You'll see, Johnny, you'll see. Now, come on over here and as fast as you can.
Item 6, $1.90 for a cab to the 18th Precinct headquarters.
Well, I've always told you we don't waste any time around here, Johnny. First rundown we made was on that Fairling.
Mm-hmm.
When we found that Danny boy had a record.
A record?
As long as your arm. So, Natch, we put out the word on him. And you know when the boys downtown picked him up?
When, Randy?
About the same time you and I were talking there in McDilby's shop.
Oh? Where'd they find him?
Oh, some little rooming house way downtown.
They didn't try his apartment?
Well, sure, but his wife said he and she were on the outs and told them where to find him.
And if they hadn't left, they might have saved her life.
What?
A box of candy blew up in her face, Randy, when she opened it.
Oh.
Don't worry about it, though. It's out of your bailiwick.
Oh, now, just a minute, Johnny.
Come on, I want to talk to this Danny.
But listen, do the police in that precinct know about his wife?
Yes, they know. There's nothing you can do about it from here.
We'll see. Well, in here, Johnny.
All right.
Open up, Joe.
Yes, sir.
Well, here's our boy.
You're talking about me, Fats, and I demand to know where you're holding me. What kind of grounds have you got?
Fairling, I demand to know what you did with all those goodies you took from your boss's jewelry store, and the quicker you start talking, the better for you.
That's fact.
Yeah? Who are you?
My name is Johnny Dollar.
Oh, Johnny Dollar, huh? The big insurance eye. Well, if you think I made that heist, you're just as dumb as the cops. I'd like to see them prove it. I'd like to see them prove anything on me. Now, when are you going to let me out of this stinking place?
It'll take the best lawyer in town to get you out of here, Fairling.
Now, don't you worry, Dad. Don't you worry about that. When the time comes, I'll have a lawyer. I'll have a lawyer that'll make a monkey out of you guys. Can't prove a thing on me.
If you didn't pull the heist, Danny.
Oh, now, Johnny.
How come you didn't show up at the store this morning?
Because I was late getting there. And when I saw the mob and heard what happened, well, do you think I was going to hang around and beg for a pinch? Me? With my record?
Did McDoby know about your record when he hired you?
You mean I should go around blabbing about it? Oh, you're real cute, Dollar.
Danny.
Now, look. I'm fed up to here with you guys. Why don't you leave me alone, huh? Or else let me out of here.
Saying the bit about his wife on him, Johnny.
No, don't you, Randy.
What? What'd you guys say?
Danny, if you didn't pull that job, do you have any idea about who might have?
Sure, like maybe everybody who works in that joint.
You know anything?
No. Well, that's all now. You all through with me?
There's a standard offer that I'm authorized to make. If you can and will furnish information that will lead to the arrest and conviction of the guilty party and recovery of the merchandise, the insurance company will give you the best legal assistance possible.
Now, isn't that sweet of them?
All right, Randy, let's go. So, that's the picture, Randy.
Okay, Johnny, but the boys from that precinct are going to want to be asking him a lot of questions about it.
Well, just don't let them know that you have him yet. Not until I have time to check this a little bit more.
Yeah? Why?
Because if Danny is guilty of that robbery...
And the murder.
Of the robbery, maybe the shock of finding out about his wife will open him up if it's used at the right time.
Which is when?
Let me worry about that, Randy. Meantime, we'll be finding out if your boys have uncovered anything new back at the shop.
Johnny.
Yep.
Are you holding back something on me?
Like what?
Like what maybe old man McDuggan said to you there at Bellevue?
All he said was, ask Danny. Ask Danny Fairling.
And to me, that says we're holding the right man.
Well, I wouldn't bank on it, Randy.
You have a better idea, Johnny? For both the robbery and the murder?
Yes, I have an idea. And I don't like it.
We finished the recheck, Mr. Dollar, and my loss is just exactly as I stated to you previously. Is it permissible to open up now for what little is left of the day's business?
Well, I don't see why not.
Let's wait a little, Randy. A couple of things I'd like to check on.
Oh, now, Johnny, you know that my boys have covered everything.
Do you have any notions, Mr. Dollar?
Yeah, we sure have. That cleaning boy of yours, Danny Fairling.
Young Danny? Do you think like this?
Young Danny. Yeah.
Oh, fush, no, I can't believe it.
And that ain't all he did.
Oh, but he couldn't. And yet, perhaps.
What do you mean, perhaps? That crook and killer now has a record a mile long.
Aye. Then perhaps it was Danny. But can you prove it against him?
It might be a little harder to prove than the lieutenant thinks. You mind if I look around a little?
Oh, I'll be glad to show you anything and everything.
Well, there's no point in taking your time if you're getting ready to open up again.
No, he's perfectly all right.
Miss, perhaps you can help me.
Yes, sir?
Miss Tavish, this is Mr. Johnny Dollar.
How do you do, Mr. Dollar?
You'll be kind enough to show him anything that he likes?
That'll be a pleasure, Mr. Dollar.
All right. Then let's get to work. I was sure that Randy's men had done a good job, but I had to follow through on this idea that was bugging me. And that meant looking for something. Anything to back it up. And then I found it. In a small cleaning closet in the back. How did this box of chocolates get in here?
Oh, well, chocolates were young Danny's weakness, Mr. Dollar.
They were?
He simply loves to nibble on chocolate candies all day long.
I see.
And so whenever he'd do an errand or a special favor for one of us, we'd buy him a box of them. Those French ones are his favorite. The sort he couldn't really afford.
Any address on this box? Yeah. All right, Miss Tavish. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
You've been more help than you may realize.
Well, find out anything, Johnny?
Plenty. I'll see you later.
Where are you going?
To a candy shop over on Fifth Avenue.
Candy shop?
Mm-hmm. Then, with your permission, Randy, I want to see Danny Fairling again.
Well, sure.
Alone.
Mais oui, monsieur. We did deliver a box of our excellent chocolates to that address this morning.
Just chocolates,
I remember it well, monsieur.
Now tell me.
Because the gentleman who made the purchase last evening took them with him, but then came back later and asked that we deliver them today.
How much later?
Oh, perhaps an hour.
Mm-hmm. Plenty of time to open the box, take out some of the candy. Tell me this. That customer, was he a small, tough-looking young fellow?
Oh, no, monsieur. He was a well-dressed English or a Scottish gentleman.
Thank you, my friend. You've just helped me solve a murder.
Murder?
Or I should say 2. Okay, Danny. You can say you don't know all you like. But I'm convinced that McDilby himself killed McDuggan and pulled that robbery.
Oh, you are, huh?
Yes, I thought of that as a possibility the minute I learned the place hadn't been broken into, that it had to be somebody McDuggan knew and knew well and let in there.
And just how are you going to prove that?
I'm also sure that you were part of the plan.
You're not.
That instead of getting there late, you got to that shop early this morning. That you saw McDilby, saw what he did. And because you knew what he was up to, you were there to give yourself a handle for some blackmail if he didn't come through for you. Because he'd told you to stay away this morning, to stay at home. That would put you on the spot, Danny, wouldn't it? Because of your record, and immediately remove any suspicion from him. Am I right, Danny? All right. Don't say it, not yet. But that was the deal, wasn't it?
Neither you nor anybody else have got a thing on me.
I know. I know there's no direct evidence against you, Danny, any more than there is against McDilby. That's the reason he promised that if you play along with him, he'd not only give you a cut of the loot, but make sure that you had legal help that would keep you out of the pen. Isn't that what he promised you, Danny? Come on, you can't deny that, can you? Do you think for a minute he was going to keep any such promise? When you and ex-con made such an easy whipping boy where nobody cared what happened to you? No, Danny. McDilby had other plans for you so that you'd end up like McDuggan did on a slab. You haven't thought of that, had you?
No. You're crazy, Dolly. You're crazy.
Am I? Well, what about your wife, Danny?
What do you mean about my wife, huh? What do you mean about her? What's a little family argument got to do with this?
Maybe a lot.
So what if maybe I did walk out in Pearl for a couple of days? It isn't the first time I did that, but I was going back to her, like I always do. Because I love her, you see. So what about her, huh? Now, why are you bringing her into this?
You like chocolates, don't you, Danny?
Yeah, sure I do. So what?
Especially the French kind.
Okay, so what?
And McDilby didn't know that you'd moved out on your wife.
So why should he? Him or anybody else?
So he thought that you would be there at the apartment this morning, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe so. But so what? What's that got to do with Pearl? Now, look, start making sense, Dollar.
That's the reason he sent the box of chocolates there.
Huh?
The box, Danny.
So that makes him a crook and me an accessory?
Danny, the box had a bomb in it.
What? A bomb?
Yes. It killed her.
Pearl. Pearl.
Sorry, Danny.
You listen to me. If the law doesn't kill him for it, Dollar, I will.
Don't worry, the will take care of McGilby. And Danny, his term will be a short one because of his testimony. And my testimony. Expense account total, including the ride back to Hartford, $49.35. And don't forget the commission. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, high adventure in a colorful, romantic gold rush country that can also be very deadly. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Do you like a car with plenty of pep? A car with reserve power for safe passing? Most good drivers do. But they don't like to pay extra for premium gasoline. Listen, in 3 out of 5 cars, regular priced Sinclair Dyno gasoline matches performance of premium gasolines, saves you up to 4 cents a gallon. Almost anywhere you see the Sinclair Dinosaur sign, you can save up to 4 cents a gallon with Dyno. Drive with care and buy Sinclair Dyno gasoline. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Fred Hendrickson. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Jackson Beck, Sam Gray, Gil Mack, Bill Lipton, Guy Rep, Betty Gard, Ivor Francis, and Vicky Bola. Music supervision by Eugene Sines. Sound patterns by Walter Otto. Technical supervision, Mike Schotzman. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Art Hanna speaking. Keep in instant touch with world events through this Net Alert station of the CBS Radio Network.